We live. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Welcome everyone. Today we're gonna have crafting session. I'm already started making some of these. That's what I'm gonna do. So whoever else wants to come up here and do some stuff, craft in their house, whatever, you're welcome. So that's why I came on StreamYard today. And before any good crafting, we got to eat too. So I went to the store really quick. I just made it to the grocery store before they closed. Like she was literally like gonna lock the door. So if I would have finished watching Ray's live stream, then I wouldn't have made it to the grocery store. So I went. I was right at the door. She was about to lock it. And I was like, "You about to lock us?" And she's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay, I'll be quick." So I bought some chips. I got some chips and I got some Fruit Loops and I got some Whoppers. You're here. Did I not post the link in the chat yet? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there's the link. If you'd like to come up and have snacks with me. And I'll let you tell everybody what happened to you today, or maybe yesterday or today. You and your mama. So I'll let you tell the story. So I won't tell your story, but I'm glad you guys are okay.
My sister, how you doing? Ooh.
Hello, Will. I gotta change this. There we go.
I have it on my I got it on my massage thing. Actually, I have one of those
Massage chairs.
oh, it's a little thing for my foot. Actually, it's one of those massage. Here it is. It's for my foot. Actually, my foot starts to cramp at night. It's
Yeah.
it
So
hurts.
did your body get shooken up?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, that was scary. The blessing is the angels are with us. That's the good thing. And I was
You
told
tell your
that
story while I'm eating. I'm gonna fill my face and I'm gonna listen, and everybody else can listen.
what's interesting actually is something told me that something was going to happen. I mean, really scary though and I just felt like that very moment a guy went in front of us, older man in his 80s, and he was going through the red light right in front of mom and I. And mom did not have any time to stop the van and hit his side, but his van did not spin out. We did not spin it. All was his blessing. The
Wow,
angel, yeah, they held their cars still the whole
that's for
time.
sure. I believe that. I had one accident where my car was totaled.
My mom's van was totaled pretty much. Her whole front, the engine, and it's not fixable. It's more for scraps. And the blessing is, I'm just so blessed that they were okay. He was okay. I feel bad for his granddaughter because I told her, you know what, it's going to be okay.
She
This
was
is first.
okay physically though, but yeah, she just a little shook up. Yeah,
It's going to hit her
young
though.
young people are very resilient.
And she was my cousin's age, 18. Just makes it really hard, my first accident. And I've been in 3 accidents growing up. They're not fun. They are not fun.
No, I've been in one major one, and then one. Well, I guess I could call that one a major one. The one me and my sister got into when we were young kids. We
It's
were
been.
only like 9 or 10, and this was in another country. So we were driving to our grandma's house, and the wheel came off.
Oh.
We went in one of the the ditches. They're not well, it's like a cliff. It's like a ditch, but where water runs, it's like a river, but it's not a river. It's like a cliff.
Oh no, a ravine.
Yeah, it's probably like 13, 14 feet deep. What did you guys have for supper?
I had a 6-inch Subway. Actually, I got a turkey. I wasn't very
Mm,
hungry, of course, but I wasn't. Because after what happened, it kind of it's just the thoughts and everything of what happened. It just kind of was not very hungry, and I just felt like
should have ate some edibles. I will.
I
No,
did. It was good. I mean, I had to eat something, and
I mean you should eat some edibles, some cannabis edibles.
exactly. I want to try the little gummies, the little gummy bears. Help my pain in my back.
Yeah, it does help. Like you can also get the stuff that just relaxes your body, but it doesn't affect your mind.
Exactly. My back, for some reason, when I was younger, I fell on my mom's porch. I was helping her. She was washing her porch, had my Crocs on, and I accidentally slipped upwards on the stairs and went right back down. And my weight just
Yeah. Did you guys get checked out by the doctors and stuff?
I did have a dislocated disc, and every time any kind of like sudden movements or anything, it triggers that disc. And
Yeah.
it's really weird though. The pain comes and goes, and I never know when it's going to hit me. It could be like right now. I could just like have to lay back really quickly. Um, I never know. It's like a spasm, pretty much. It grabs and it lets go. Oof,
Mm.
it's a grabbing pain. Sorry.
So yeah, we do definitely have angels that watch out for us when things happen.
Exactly.
So if anybody else wants to come up and share a story or come up and craft with us, I'm gonna craft you in a minute, but I'm just eating right now. Welcome to come up, have dinner, eat with me, whatever.
I love
Anybody
Fruit Loops.
else? Hmm. That's kind of like my weakness for cereal. I like the Fruit Loops. So they actually make them a lot more healthier now. So
They do.
because they're not using artificial fruit anymore. They're not using natural fruit, but they may use artificial coloring.
How's Miss Sweet Tiki? Sage and she'll be doing. I'm sorry about that. My mind's a little bit tired.
Oh yeah, the animals are good. Hmm. Yeah, she got her nails cut again
Oh,
at the end of the month. There, 5 days. Well, a couple days ago, about a
I
week
know,
ago.
animals don't like to get their nails cut. That's for sure. I remember working at the vet. They don't like it usually.
No, she's starting to get used to it though.
Mhm.
And it's like, she knows why we're going there. She knows the yard. That's the only reason we go to that yard. So she knows what's happening when she goes there.
She's a sweet little puppy. She's a sweet puppy always.
Hmm. She is. Hmm. I'm so hungry. I didn't eat all day.
That's not
I
good.
got, I got these two, eh?
Oh, I love Whopper. You know
Everybody
Whopper?
loves these, right? Everybody loves them.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
wish that some of the candy companies would send me some. But you know what? After your channel gets monetized, you can connect with a lot of these businesses. But until then, you can't.
actually, Whoppers originally before they're actually puffed to eat. Actually, they're hard as a rock. I think when they're
What
made,
else?
they are so good. I love Whoppers.
Why is there always milk left over when we have cereal? Why?
I used to love to drink the milk. My grandmother would say, "Well, you know what? It's good for you." It is.
Well, that's probably the only way that I can drink milk is if that's already flavored with the cereal.
It's, my
I have
grandmother
to
would say, like, "Oh, those chips are so good."
They are a wavy ruffle with cheddar and sour cream.
You're gonna love
And I
those.
actually have sour cream in the fridge if I want to dip them in sour cream.
I live really close to Frito Lay, actually, where they make the chips in
Do
Plano,
you?
Texas.
You should go ask them if you can do a tour there and then like videotape it.
I already been there. It smells so good, but the smell was so strong outside. And they have the potatoes. Actually, there's a farm, not here, but the farm actually they bring them on a truck, and somehow the potatoes are already cleaned and washed on the truck, and they dump all the potatoes in this big barrel thing, and they tumble like a rock tumbler.
Yeah,
It is
I
so cool.
used to work in a potato factory where it's like it's a round thing. This one was a round, and then the potatoes go in there. They already get pre-washed too, and then they go in there, and then the water goes inside the cycle while it goes around. But it
Feels them.
basically takes all the skin off, and then the only thing that's left is like the eyes of the potatoes, and then they go down a line, and then people have to stand on the line with these little knives thingies. They're like kind of like a knife where you can just take the. It's not a knife, but it's like a little thing. It has a little whatever, and you just cut the thingy out, and then you let them go by, and
I
then
love I love homemade potatoes.
they go into a pail, and then they get put in with water and then some kind of solution that keeps them fresh, and then they get shipped off to the restaurants. And same with French fries or ice potato cubes. They all go in water and in another solution, and then they go to the restaurants and stuff like that.
They are so good when they're fresh. I love fresh potatoes, oven baked. I mean, just a little bit of butter on those, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of a little bit of salt, and too much. The thing about too much salt is it'll dry the potatoes out. I love to have a little more meat on the potatoes in the oven. It gives them more flavor, and
Potatoes are good anytime. You can make so many different ways. I'm gonna go get I'm gonna get you some sour cream and put this away.
I love Frito Lay. That place is so cool. I mean, everything's natural.
Is it?
It's been all the chips, all the ingredients. They're 100% real. They're not fake or artificial. Um, I tried a spicy chip one time there. It was hot. What was that one? Oh yes, the spicy Cheetos.
Yeah. Did you get all like lonely by yourself?
All by myself. I love the songs. What?
Oh no. Let me message some people and see if anybody else want to come up. Any of my other moderators.
I love classic songs, the beautiful songs. They're love songs. I love love songs, the old classic ones.
Do you? I like usually songs that like make you.
So all by myself is written by
I
bad
don't know.
picture.
I guess I like different music at different times.
When I think of times of trouble, da 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 da. Da, 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 da,
Hey,
da.
I'm live. If you want to come and say hi, we're on Crafty Cast. Man, my voice to speech will not say cast with a K.
Weird.
It just said cash.
That's my voice has been doing the same thing too.
It's like you have to say things that are very simple.
My spell check on chat and everything has not been doing very good. I don't know what it is.
So what did you have for supper? Did you tell me already?
I had a 6-inch Subway.
Oh yeah, sub.
I tried the meatball actually. I never had the meatball before. It's pretty good.
The meatball's good.
I like to make homemade meatballs. I like in my crock pot with the regular meatballs and the barbecue sauce, and they last me a long time. The thing is, when I make those, it needs to be a lot of people to eat those, not just me.
Yeah. Yeah, make them for for a gathering or something.
Those chips are still good. I gotta tell you, I remember there's a chips called Wise potato chips. It has an owl on the front of the bag. I don't see those anymore.
Lay's?
There's a brand
This is
name.
a big bag. It's family size. They were on two for $6. So
That's not a bad price, honestly. Usually it's $6 for a bag at the store.
about $5.99 or something like that. Yeah, in Canada. But our
Even-
prices are different too, and your money's worth a little more than ours.
It is.
So
Well,
even when it sounds like it's the same price, it's actually more money for you guys.
It is. Like when I go to the store, like I love Walmart. Of course, it's not their fault. It's just because they gotta work with the companies too, and they can't.
Well,
market-
Walmart has so many different things nowadays. They have everything there you pretty much need.
Yes.
They have a garden center there. They have like food section, and then they have the clothes section, and then they have the little sewing craft section.
I love that. I love the craft section. My favorite.
Mhm. And then they got the electronic section. Oh, and the toy section. So they got everything. They got something for everyone. That's why it's such a popular store, right?
They have some new puppy dog stuff I saw. I thought about you too when I was there. I was like, my sister would love all this cool stuff. There's something neat. They got new stuff for because the Halloween's coming here. I saw some really cute little costume. They're pretty little pumpkin costume. I thought
Oh
about
yeah, the pumpkin ones.
they're precious.
Yeah, my trick or treating days are over. My kids are grown out of it.
I know. Of course, my mom was real strict about me going out there and like just any house, of course, for to be safe and the candy and everything.
After my brother died on Halloween, I'm never celebrating Halloween again.
It's sad though because
It's
originally it was.
really the devil's holiday, and I ain't celebrating it.
I agree. I'm sorry about that. Um, what's sad
Yeah.
actually? Originally, when it was originally called Halloween, it was meant not to be scary originally, and people started making it to a scary holiday. It's sad. It is.
Well, in this, I think the way they view it is like the way that like the way that the Spanish view the Dia de la Muerte, right? The
Day of
Day
the
of the
Dead.
Dead. But the Day of the Dead, it's like their loved ones. It's different. It's not
Yeah.
just anybody. I mean, it's not just all the crazy demons that have died. You know what I mean? It's not like that. But I feel Halloween is.
It's for the family to remember their loved ones, and it's like
Yeah, like Halloween is like they have the devil's night before Halloween. So what does that mean, right? Like, what I
that
mean? It's getting prepared for a really bad day.
it's scary. I mean, I don't like Halloween. I really don't. I
I
don't.
mean, it's fun. It's only almost not even safe for your kids to go out there and get candy on those days.
Exactly, and
To be honest.
I mean, I don't. It's not to scare anyone. It's meant to be to have fun. It's supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be to enjoy time. It's not anymore.
It's really about getting candy for the kids. It's really about like getting candy for
Exactly.
the kids. So the kids aren't scared of scary things, I guess.
We had to do like the trick or trunk at church because it's sad that they cannot go out. Be safe. They had to hold everyone at church to be safe there. I mean,
Hmm.
it is sad. It is.
But on that day, it's really not good for kids to be out there anyway, because a lot of bad shit happens on Halloween.
Exactly. It's scary.
And
I
just
don't
go
like
get yourself you get your kids a bunch of bags of candy and bring and let them have it.
I love candy. My favorite candy has to be I love Tootsie Rolls growing up. I don't know why I love Tootsie Rolls. Um,
Tootsie
uh,
Rolls, yeah, they're good. And then you get like the toffee in the middle.
or those little tiny like little chocolates, like little beads, but they're like little tiny chocolate beads. Um, oh, they were so good, like different colors, different colored beads. I forgot
So
the name of those.
as I was getting ready, I made this one. I made this one.
They're beautiful.
I was gonna make a pink one. I haven't made any pink ones in a minute, so I was gonna just sit here and do that and talk and chit chat and whatever. And whoever wants to come in here can do whatever. You can chat, or you can do something on their end, doing crafts on their end, or talk about what they want to make or whatever.
I love the scrunchies.
Yeah, if you have like a little girl, or not just a little girl. If you have females in your life that have long hair and stuff, yeah, these are awesome, and they don't pull out your hair when you put your hair up in a ponytail, so that's why I like them.
I was watching with my mom. My favorite show is Anne with the E on Prime. It's like Anna Green Gables a little bit. It's newer. It's kind
Oh,
of
the
a
crime girl like Anna,
I love.
or the crime investigator lady. Yeah, there's another Anna that does the crime investigation. Yes, her name is Anna.
I always think about you because I love that show. And I said, "That's my sister." Anna." It is.
That's not me. But yeah, Anna is a kind of a rare name. Anna
Yes,
with an A is a rare name. Anna with an E, everybody's well. Anne is not as rare as Anna.
I have a
Anna is a Bible name, so that's why a lot of people didn't name their kids that.
it is. It's a beautiful name.
Thanks. I didn't like it when I was younger, but now I respect that name because it was my grandmother's name. So
Yes.
I respect it because of that. And don't get me wrong, I've met a lot of Annas now that I wouldn't respect. I'm just saying.
You know. So my adopted sister Rachel's we were gonna call her Emily Elizabeth, and we said, how about Rachel Elizabeth? So Elizabeth came from of course the Bible, and we decided, I love Clifford. Clifford the big red dog was always my favorite
Oh
dog
yeah,
growing
my
up.
kids used to watch that when they were little.
Emily Elizabeth.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't really know how to crochet like big things. I know how to crochet. I've crocheted a hat. That was really hard for me. And then I've crocheted and I'm good at crocheting these little scrunchies. I mean scrunchies for your hair. But
Those are beautiful. I love
and then
those.
I'm good at crocheting these, but these take a little bit longer. These are dishcloths and they work so freaking good. I don't use anything else other than that to do my dishes.
My
It works
grandmother used
awesome.
to make those. I miss my grandmother so much. She would always make those for
You don't even need a scrubby when you have one of those. You don't even need a scrubby for your dishes.
exactly. She'd make those for Christmas. Hand them out to everyone at Christmas time, and I miss her so much. She had dementia, and I I'm blessed. I did not really know her to have dementia, but I did. But
Well, so many people will get it, and a lot of the reason is because of what's in our food that we can't control.
it is
That is why it's happening to people, and
the
it's
cholesterol.
happening to people even at a younger age. They're starting to have memory loss and stuff like that, um, and cognitive um, being able to focus and function like a normal person. So many people have been affected by that.
Those are so good.
Sorry, I just waiting to tap into these. Need
I'm
chocolate.
Mama said I could like about the chocolate. Don't know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get.
I remember one time I got my first pair of shoes. I love Forrest Gump. I don't know why, but Tom Hanks cracked me up on that show. I laughed so hard I could not even breathe. Um,
Yeah, it's funny. His voice sounds funny.
I do understand that.
The voice impersonator. Why is everybody like? I don't know. I just figure I come on StreamYard, maybe people will come and want to join, right? It's kind of boring if I'm just sitting here talking. Um,
I'm blessed to be
or
here.
where everybody is.
I gotta be honest. It was a blessing though. But honestly, it was. I don't know how to put that actually today. Um,
I had to run when I was when Ray was live. I should have told him to come and on here after because after his live because I caught him like right at the end. That's Van Life Rocks, and I caught him right at the end. But I had to run to the store so I can get my snacks, and I just made it. So if I would have finished watching him, then I would have made it. But he could have come here and he could have his. He was having a mango drink. He said, and that looks so yummy. I said that sounded so yummy.
I love mangoes.
So he can come and join his mango drink over here. And I got one. I got one left from the other day. I'm
Cheers.
not drinking it
It looks good.
unless someone comes on here and has a drink with me. But if I drink, then I might have to delete the live stream. I'm
Oh,
like a child when I drink. I'm like a child. Never know what I'm gonna say. child want to say the darndest things.
It happens though. It's okay. I understand. I do.
Like I haven't drank in so long that I actually realize I don't like it.
I always love your cards. I love the little stands that you made. They're beautiful little stands on the bottom.
I wish that I could come on every day, every morning and do it, but I just can't do it all the time. And the same with like taking my doggy for a little walk. I was going to start recording that every day. It just hasn't happened.
I've been busy too. I've been drained for some reasons. Really tired, and just the heat outside. It was 112 today.
Yeah, it was pretty hot here too. And this is Canada, right? And this is pretty hot here today. It was very humid. It was a little cloudy, but it was humid and it rained last couple days. We had a good storm. Yesterday we had a good bang, like a big bang, like thunderstorm, like big, loud bang.
It looked beautiful. I feel bad for sorry, I can't even think here. Sweet Shelby.
Oh yeah, she had to hold her pee in for a while because she don't go outside unless there's no thunder and lightning. And I had to wait till it settled down for her to go outside.
They could feel the vibration of the storm that we cannot.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because like they feel so much more than we do. And did you know that electricity will go right through the ground? Like it will travel through a wet ground. And if she's out there, that's why dogs probably are affected more by it.
Thunder and lightning actually is grounded. It comes from ground up. Originally, thunder and lightning, and it attracts to the clouds because the it's a conductor. That's what it is. The clouds are.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of houses that are built, they have these like storm repellent things on there, whatever.
Lightning rods.
Lightning rods. Especially if you had a steel. In Mexico, we always had a steel roof.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a steel roof, you definitely have to have that.
I used to be a ham operator, so when I use this, I would have like a repeater tower outside my house. It had a little lightning rod on there. So this is my ham radio, and it is touchscreen. Oh, just Frankie.
Oh, wow. So do you get channels on there?
Mm-hmm. My friend's on it right now. I think that's Frankie. No, it's the D Star. It's the direct net. Actually, it goes all the way from the reflector tower. So that's actually this England right there talking on there. This has I could communicate actually to England in the back on this really crystal clear. So I would say like N5 NIR K5 IHY. You wait right there, and pretty much what happens is after I communicate, actually the repeater tower goes on their end, and if it's not clear, the Morse code actually is the repeater tower communicating. What's really cool is it'll come back to mine, their tower, to let me know if they're crystal clear. It's interesting before they talk.
Was everybody mad at me or something? Where is everybody? Like, there's all these people that always come into my chat. Where are they all? Are they all like in a storm, or maybe that's what's going on? There's like a lot of shit going on in the world.
I know that I know my. Oh, I can't think. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Well, isn't there like a lot of like shit going on, like Texas and stuff?
A lot of bad weather. And there's the storms. We're supposed to get
storms too somewhere.
I know that Kenneth actually they had a bad storm, but he lives in Mississippi's having bad storms too. The high winds are really bad.
Yeah.
I took a Benadryl. Actually, I was reading a little bit out of it. I had to take a little bit of Benadryl to help my help the pain a little bit.
That's probably why you're squinting.
I know. I'm so tired. It's been a journeyful day. Journeyful day.
So, When's the last time you played your drums?
Um, it was last year. I need to get back on my drums again.
Yeah, you gotta get back into your drum. Actually, I have sewing stuff that I want to do. It's over there. I don't want to show you guys that I didn't make my bed, but I've got a skirt that I want to make, and I was maybe gonna do it over here. I was thinking of how I could set up my sewing machine right here,
Yes.
and then you guys could watch me sew.
I used to sew actually. My mom taught me how to like put the bobbins and everything on properly, and it's a lot of work to sew. But she has a serger sewing machine and original 1950s Singer. So much when she was a little bitty girl. That thing's
Mm.
heavy.
Yeah, there's all kinds. I just got a small one. I don't. I got like a medium size. That's a handle. That's the stuff. I would like to get one of those ones. I would like to get one that I could build into, the old sewing tables, the old sewing tables.
I remember those.
I would like to get one of those that was like rebuilt, renewed, all that stuff. One of the original ones. That would be awesome to get one of those.
It's like the ones at schools. Our schools had when we used to be at school. They had those at school that we could actually, when I took the class, you could just pop it out of the desk. I remember.
Yeah, that's what made the German girls' legs so strong because they were always like sewing with their legs, like.
It's a lot of work, but it's amazing when you get it going. It's like one of
Yeah,
those.
and it's exercise too. Like really, my
What's
mom,
the one
my
thing that
mom did that until she got electricity in the house.
Oh yeah.
That my dad brought into the house from the transformer. My dad wired it himself.
Oh sweet. I'm trying to think. What's that one that Rumpelstiltskin had that he would actually weave into gold? That oh, what's that one thing called that had a little. That Sleeping Beauty actually touched the tip of that thing and she fell asleep. My grandmother had one of those. It's like you weave wool on there. It, I can't remember the name.
What's it called?
It's like a giant wheel actually that turns, but it has it makes yarn. Um,
Oh yeah, pinning wheel. What do we call it? Is it a
my grandma,
pinwheel? A
I think
pinwheel.
my grandmother had one of those.
It's called pinwheel, right?
It's, they're expensive though. They're antiques, and hers. My cousin accidentally, did not know you were not supposed to step on that part. My cousin broke that little piece off, and oh man, it broke my
Oh
heart.
no.
That was my grandmother's mother's wheel.
Oh wow.
I think it was antique, and that was my grandmother's mother's mother. That was on her side, and it was so old. It was very very brittle. It had wormholes in it because it was so old because it was in storage.
Oh, like mealworm, not meal. What do you call them?
Wood
Wood.
bookworms.
No, there's a wood. There's a some that eat wood.
Termites. Termites.
Yeah, that could be it, right?
It was just sitting. It was not very long. It was just sitting out. My grandpapa's shed. And it's like, wow, it just took that long just to eat away the wood.
So yeah, I wonder what even Christine's not here. Christina,
Where's Tracy?
Christine and Tracy and everybody. Like, yeah, I literally like people haven't been here. People haven't been on my channel. Like, I don't know you. I don't know if YouTube's not sending them around. I think they are, but I think my videos are getting around. But and I even shared it in all of my folders. Like I shared it on my big crafty cat. I mean, I'm Cast Love too. So I don't know where everybody is. I don't know. I know this is boring for people, but they can do whatever they want and just chat with me.
I'm always
They don't
blessed to
have
be
to
here.
crochet, but if they are crocheting, that's part of it too.
I always love to crochet. Just my mom has to kind of teach me a little bit. What happens is she teaches me to pick up, and I'm more of a pickup artist. But I pick up things, and I
You observe. You're like the hermit. You're observing.
yes, ma'am.
You
Oh, yeah.
learn. You learn from watching, and that's how I kind of learn too. That's my Virgo in me, like, cause my Virgo moon, my Virgo planet
Yes,
is that I always like. That's how I learned to do everything. Cause I used to sit there and watch my mother, and my mother must have felt like sometimes that I was wasting my life and stuff, but really I wasn't wasting my life. I was learning.
I always learned that unless you try, you'll never know if you could do it.
Yeah. Well, a
Like,
lot of the stuff I know, I learned it when I was a kid. How to be a pioneer life, how to have pioneer life
yes,
if you have to.
my grandfather always told me, what, you need to work before supper. He always taught me that. Well, when I was growing up, I had to work before he did anything.
Yeah, you gotta. What do you say? You gotta earn your dinner. When you live
Exactly.
with your parents, you gotta earn your dinner. Oh.
I loved my papa. He would always have a way of words, a way of things, and I miss him every day. And it's never the same. But
But
I
a lot of the old people, they don't really fit into this new world. You know what I mean? And unless it's like they left, like their souls' memories behind for others to live them on, right? Live on their souls' memories.
exactly. It's like the song "Memories." Those are the traces of my mind. Oh, that's a beautiful song. Memories that Elvis sang. But who wrote that song originally? Memories.
Oh yeah.
I still remember that classic. I think that might have been Frank Sinatra. Traces. Those are the traces of my
Well,
mind.
our soul is really just memories. Is what it is.
Exactly.
And memories, nobody can have them. No, nobody can have our memories. That's all. We all have our own individual memories, our own individual soul.
I still remember my papa. I wanted to ride the tractor. He had the old Minneapolis Moline Deere tractor, and he said, "Well, you know what? You don't need to ride the tractor." So why? You don't need to ride the tractor to find out it's too difficult to start. Number one, and you had to turn the flywheel on the tractor. You cannot start it like with a key or anything. He said, "Well, there's a riding lawnmower out there. Hop on that riding lawnmower. Follow me." So I said, "Okay." And I said, "Papa, why are you taller than me on that tractor? Will, get on that riding lawnmower. Come on, let's go. Come on, Will. Come on, get on that lawnmower."
So you learned.
I love those. They're beautiful.
They're fluffy like a pom pom. Pom pom. Pom pom.
Be
No, I'm
true.
not a cheerleader. So
The
what
Beach Boys.
other one? I don't know what color I'm gonna do next. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna give myself a break and eat some chocolate.
You remember
I
the song? Be true to your school. The Beach Boys. Let the colors ride. Be true to your school now. The first one actually they did had rah 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 says goodbye. Had the pom pom girls.
Pom Pom
Be,
Girls. I just made it up. Pom Pom Girls. There's actually a movie, Pom Pom Girls.
I think so. It's a classic. I remember the Beach Boys wrote the song. Be true to your school. The first original one before they were actually the Beach Boys. They were called the Pendletons, and they had actual real cheerleaders on the music video in 1950. You okay? Oh,
Almost
and that,
choked, but I'm okay.
those are so good. The thing about Whoppers is they're very strong, rich flavor. I love those things, but they're very strong flavor.
No, I must swallow the wrong. Like I almost swallowed it, and I wasn't supposed to swallow it yet.
I actually put a Whopper in my coffee. It tastes so good. It melted in my coffee.
That'd be good. Giving me ideas. So I got this one out here to make a yellow dishcloth. I got lots of scrunchy things to do. I got lots. I got different color ones. I got the big, huge ones for people that have lots of hair.
I did. I got my haircut today. Um,
You got
I
it cut today?
got,
Looks good.
I got to
Looks
cut
good.
my Elvis. I got our Elvis tribute guy. His daughter cut my hair, Emily, and she is probably my number one favorite.
How come my picture's not showing up?
What happened?
No, I just closed my thing, but why is my picture not showing up?
I don't see you. I don't know.
I know you don't see me because I'm off camera right now.
Oh, okay.
That's why you don't see me, but you can hear me still, right?
Sure.
Sure. Sure. Are you sure? You sure? No, I was trying to see because it asked me what I wanted my avatar to be, and I changed my avatar, but then it never shows it. What the heck? Why isn't it showing it? Oh, I know what I'm talking about because it's a StreamYard. You'll only see it if there's green. You'll only see that if there's green. Let me see if my binder. Let me see if my binder works. I forgot we're on StreamYard. And that's why the avatar is my picture that I have. Why isn't it not working? It's not working. Oh, why isn't it working?
I wish I could help. I'm not good with technology.
I haven't even used this kind of stuff in a while, but like it's there. Okay, I got a picture of me. And I guess this is not the right green, maybe.
It's beautiful.
But I was I'm playing with the set. Let me play with the settings. Hopefully I don't shut it off.
Hey, JB, how you doing?
Who's here?
JB, I'm sorry.
Oh, I have it as none. Okay, that's why. Background blur. Oh, I don't want my background to be blur.
Whoa, that's cool though. Whoa.
Is that?
Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, whoa.
Hey, is it working? And I don't even have a street. I don't even have
All the
anything green.
is like another brick in the wall. I had to say it.
I'm coming out of the wall.
That is so cool. Sweet. I love it. Oh man.
Now I'm having fun.
Rock and roll right there.
Kung Fu you.
Hey JB, how are you? Hey.
Kung Fu you.
Hi-ya! That is so cool.
Why is it so slow motion?
It is slow motion.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, sweet. That looks so real. I gotta say that.
Let's go for a walk in the woods.
Oh, sweet.
Let's go for a walk in the woods. Let's go for a walk in the woods. I'm having fun. All right, let's leave this one up for a minute. Maybe. Hold on. Maybe I'll do this
that
one.
is beautiful.
I'm in the grass. Oh, I'm at the waterfalls. Let me see waterfalls. Waterfalls.
Oh, Niagara Falls.
Hey, who's that chick behind me?
That's my sweet sister.
That's my sister? No, I was kidding. That's me. Not me. I want that one. Okay. Let me put one that I'm going to keep right now.
I love the beautiful sky.
Oh, the purple sky? Yeah, purple sky. Is this the desert?
Oh, whoa.
Oh, this is a little chill spot. behind me, or
I
like
love
behind
it.
my yard.
Or reflecting on the water.
See, there's like a set. Yeah. Oh, I haven't played with StreamYard in a while. Let's play on the tracks.
Oh man, I always love it. I love abandoned railroad tracks. It's so beautiful, like the history. Like what was down the tracks before? It would be so cool that.
Yeah, I know, eh? Oh, I wanna be a. Let's see. Let's hang out at the desert. Let's hang out at the desert. There we go. I can't believe. I can't believe that this is working.
That is so cool.
Hey, who's here? Oh, JB's here. You want to come on and chat, JB? You want to come out and chat? You're not allowed to yell me or tell me off, though. Want to do that? You got to do it on your own channel.
Lisa, how are you?
Who's here? Oh, Lisa's here. Welcome, welcome. You guys want to come up?
I'm doing wonderful.
Sorry, I was drinking my coffee and it made me disappear. I'm just playing.
The avatars are so cool.
You know what I'm doing?
You too. I love whoppers. A lot of good memories.
You want to come up, Lisa? So, Will, you can do the same thing as I'm doing. I don't have any green background, so I don't even know how this is working.
I'm not sure how to do it. I'm afraid to.
So what you do is you go to settings.
Yes.
And then on settings, there will be camera. It's on camera. And then you go to background, virtual backgrounds, it'll say.
Virtual background.
I don't know what a hotkey is. What's a hotkey? Oh, they're like different keys that you can. Okay. What's layout? Crop, solo layout, so that background image. Crop solo layout to show background image. Guest must play sound when guest is entering. Guest, yeah. Oh, somebody's here. Hold on, let me change this really quick. Let's be on the tracks. Actually, let's be here.
I try to be on track every day. I had to say it. JB,
are you drinking some orange pop?
Not orange pop. It's actually it's just a Poland Spring fizzy water with like a vitamin C, like an additive to it kind of thing.
In your water, yeah, the pouchy thing.
It looks yummy.
Yeah, it's pretty good, especially today we got our first of all, I don't know if I've ever been on hello Anna Crafty Cast, and I'm not here to yell at anyone or the other times I've been on panels, I don't know if people remember, I kind of like the sauce a little bit, so I had to back off of booze for like 6 months just to really reset myself. So I'm a very sober, pleasant person to be around now. And Will the Rocker, I don't know if I've ever been on a panel with you. Or that I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. I must have been a mess then. How you doing, Will?
Oh, rock and rolling.
Will is in the chat. You know Will, right? In the chat. You know my moderator, Will. That's the same Will as this Will.
Yeah. So you're not Will the Rocker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
I'm the old drummer.
That's a good thing.
Will the
and
Rocker.
Check this out. Cass will love this. Look at this giant salad I haven't even torn into yet.
Salad sounds good right now.
Yeah, thing's fun.
I bought myself some of that lettuce the other day, the salad, the garden salad in the bag. Well, the next day it was freaking brown. One day, it was in the fridge, and the next day it was brown. I couldn't eat it. I was like, no.
It must have been the air hit it probably. Probably the air.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it got deoxidized, but it was brown and I won't eat it.
Ugh.
Well, I
I would.
think maybe I hate wasting food, so I come at it from that angle. But also, I think because of all the weird stuff that's going on out there, a lot of grocery stores trying to like maintain certain departments of their business are holding on to things that normally would have just been replaced, you know?
Yeah, I think it was already a little bit old because the bags naturally have little air pockets inside. They have
Yeah.
air, and so air was already getting to it. So once I put it in the fridge, the next day it was brown, so I couldn't even eat it.
Oy.
Mm.
So, Cass, what you got going on there? You're experimenting with backgrounds, it looks like.
Yeah, I was playing, but I was making scrunchies. I see them.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, so
I
that's what I
just
was
said
making.
this. I said this to my boss today. Because I do beaded jewelry. I can't believe I made this. It's my favorite bracelet. It's onyx and graphite or something like that. I made this
I
friggin'
see
thing
the
12
brown.
years ago.
Oh wow,
Can
you
you
can beat.
can you imagine
Well,
that?
you can come work for me,
I'm a
JB.
I'm a beater.
You're a beater.
I'll come
Come
work
work
for
for
you on the
me.
weekends.
All right, fly down
You're
here,
kind
get your plane.
you're kind of
Fly
far.
a private plane.
Maybe Will can pick me up and give me a ride because you're kind of far away.
Well, Will is far away too. He's in Texas.
I can't drive.
Oh, Jesus, Texas.
I wish I could drive.
Yeah, he's in Temple, Texas.
I was in a bad.
Have you ever seen a tornado?
Yes, I used to storm chase. Yes, sir.
Texas is the big storm place, right?
It is. It's scary. Um, a tornado, of course, being hot and cold air mixture with the cell clouds. It's you never know when they're going to touch down. It could be like beautiful weather, peaceful. Next minute, tornado, really quickly.
So
It's
you've
actually
seen one? Wow.
He chased them.
I have my ham radio that I used to carry with me. This is my ham radio. I don't have a license right now, so I can talk on it though, but I know the rules. So this is my D Star. I could talk all the way to England pretty much with this thing as a repeater. It's a GPS. Um, I love Yacy is my favorite, but someone asked me, "Does how does the batteries last on these? When you transmit, the battery will drain, but when you actually receive, the battery will actually last longer on these."
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, and that's a really, really good tool to have, especially with all the craziness that's going on out there, because we're all so dependent on the internet. If the internet
Okay.
goes down and I'm not trying to bring all my theories into Cass Love's show, but
Well,
the
the way
point
that
is
you've
that
been working like that, nobody's been coming into my chat. You never know, right? Like I was already thinking that too. That how long
yeah,
do we have
no, but
YouTube for? YouTube going to be around
having a
forever?
ham radio, a tool like that is just so valuable if something goes down, even if you just need something like basic, emergency medical or something like that. So that's
Exactly.
really good.
It even helped, when I was storm chasing, I helped, like power lines down and everything, let people know that, what size the hail was and everything. I had to measure everything out there. It was a lot of
Yeah.
work. I would dispatch back from a ham radio. I actually had a special lapel mic that had a little camera on there. I would take a picture of each little detail and send it back to the
Wow.
weather station. A lot of work. I don't miss it,
I'd
honestly. I don't.
imagine. Well, and they also say that, like, for example, we're tying up some ends here because if I was independently wealthy and I wasn't in the business of making teeth for a paycheck, which I love, don't get me wrong, I would be a storm chaser. That's what I've always wanted to do ever since I was a child. And one of the things they say, especially if unfortunately a bad one comes through, storm chasers literally become the first responders.
Yes. It's a lot of
Like
work.
on scene. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I don't get paid. I mean, it's a volunteer thing that I did, and I really enjoyed helping out others. And I just love to help save and help people be sure they're safe, and it's it's a dangerous job. It really is. And a tornado could actually turn back around and come right back in the same direction if it wanted to. It's scary.
Yeah, like that Manitoba one. I know Canada doesn't get many tornadoes, but I just watched a video on it the other week. Anna, I love your hat. I love your hat, by the way.
Okay, I made this one.
It's beautiful.
I made this. Did you know that a tornado happened here? Actually, where Goderich, which is like 15 minutes away from here, but it happened in 2009. No, 2009 or 10. I left Goderich in 2009, and then I think it was a year after that it happened. Tornado there hit the courthouse and took out the courthouse. And my ex-husband was like, took my son and then made me come there to fight for him. And I couldn't fight for him, and I prayed that, he would understand, the courts would understand. I couldn't make it down there. I had just gotten a house. I'd been homeless with my kids. So I got in a house. I got in a job. I couldn't just leave the job. And my car, I couldn't put gas in it because I had a big leak. So I couldn't make it to court. There was no possible way that I could make it to court. And it was a 3-hour drive. So I prayed. And I had my Native American friend pray with me too. And you know what? A tornado happened. And you know what? My ex-husband is not God.
Exactly. I mean, they're scary. They are. I mean, you can't see anything at nighttime. It's totally pitch black, and you don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah, and there was nothing I can do. So
do I miss?
Just ignore me for a second.
Yeah.
I gotta turn my Wi-Fi on because I'm all breaking up. Now my Wi-Fi will be on.
I always say do our best and let God do the rest.
Amen. I agree.
I believe that. We're not just supposed to sit and do nothing. We're supposed to do our best, and then when we've done our best, then God steps in and does the rest.
If you don't succeed the first time, try again. I always learned that growing up, and don't give up at all.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I still remember my grandfather's tractor. He always said, "Will, get on the tractor. Go on that right lawnmower." I was so confused. He would put things in different perspectives and differently that I did not understand. He made me think. I mean, I miss
it. Some people like that, like our ancestors, make us think. When they were here, all the stuff they told us, and now we remember as we get older. We remember a lot of that, right?
And our ancestors are still here, just in different form, in my opinion.
That's right.
Exactly.
Why isn't this coming up? No, it tells me I can't use that one. Whatever. Tell me that.
You can't control everything. That must be the finger of God at work in the reverse.
I was trying. That's so cool. I love that. They look real, the bricks. I think they are real pictures.
Oh, I have to delete some to add some. Now I remember. Dodo brain here.
So it stores so they can't override those. Okay.
I have to delete one before I can add a new one. You know what I mean?
It's always something. That's for sure. I know.
It is always something. And I was trying to put a different one. I was trying to put one of this flower.
Like that song, JB. Always something there to remind me.
I was actually thinking, all in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
I love Pink Floyd. That's the most classic. Roger Waters, actually, he's still rocking and rolling.
We don't need no education.
I agree.
We don't need no mind control.
That's right.
Exactly. Hey, teachers, leave those kids
alone. Leave them kids alone.
All in all, it's like another brick in the wall.
Oh, we better not sing these songs or we're gonna get striked.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hey Google algorithm, this is for entertainment purposes only with all respect to copyrights, even though the song has already made the owners $22 trillion and is over 40 years, 30 years old, or however long ago that stuff came out.
Then he's probably one of the ancestors right now talking to us.
That's fair.
Because
Oh, wait, no,
he's
but-
probably not here anymore, right?
But didn't Will just say Roger Waters still with us, or did Roger Waters pass away? I don't even know.
I think he's still with. He's lead. He's one of the lead guitar players with. Who's the guy that? It seems like this since you were here. He has really short hair. I friended him actually on Facebook. Honestly, I forgot his name now. He's one of
Where's
the.
Oh, AKA Kenneth. Where's my other man friend?
Where's my brother Kenneth?
Kenneth, where are you?
I think they're having bad weather too. Bad weather.
Yeah, a lot of places in the States have had some crazy weather. I'm making a blue one now. Making a blue one. Little boy blue. Blue the man on the
I was watching a Pink Floyd's early 60s. I cannot get over. They still sound like before they were even doing synthesizer stuff. Amazing sound.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
See, idling hands are the devil's tool. And see, when you're crocheting, your hands aren't idling.
Exactly.
You have something in your hand. So that's why I think old people do that, because they have so much, knowledge and wisdom, and they have knowledge to do bad too. Like if you're smart, you have knowledge to do bad and good. You know what I mean? It depends on what you use your knowledge for. So
That's one
I
of
would
my
say that-
core principles. That's one of my core principles. And that actually goes back to the Bible. Ate of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's not enough to be just smart. You have to be a good person to be smart. If you're smart and you're a bad person, there's nothing that comes good out of that.
For us.
No, but I mean neither for the person that's doing it or for the people that are around it. That person doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I need to have a smoke. See, I need to have a break because my hands are tired, and I think that's why I still smoke cigarettes too, because keeps my hands busy too. Where's my cigarettes? I have to go find them.
That's a beautiful flower. I love the flower. I can't believe I forgot the name. That's an amaryllis.
Yeah, that's what it is, because it's my flower that bloomed over there, and the tree that's over there. But I don't know. It's really in and out right now. I feel like I should just take that off.
It looks really cool though.
Because it was fun playing with it, but I'm disappearing into the flower,
Oh,
no.
and everything is in slow motion.
That is so
That must-
cool.
that must be the mushrooms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What mushrooms? I'm about to smoke a cigarette and then maybe a joint after that.
I love mushrooms on pizza. I'm a mushroom fanatic. Sauteed ones.
I never liked mushrooms. Well, I never liked mushrooms, but then. Oh, so you have to click on the thing if you have a green screen. I don't have a green screen.
I wasn't able to find it. I don't think I have it though.
It's on the settings, and then when you go into settings, it says viral black background. I can't speak.
If you-
I have, audio, camera, front camera, mirror my camera. Okay, I don't see it though. I'm not good with technology. I wish I was.
Well, when you hit where did you go to? Did you go to settings and then go to settings and then you'll be on camera. That's where you are because you're on there. But you can click on viral background. It's just like two below that.
Oh, I can't
Are
see
you
it
on a
very
computer or are you on a phone because, or on a tablet or something? Because I think it's different for a computer.
Oh, I can't see it very good though. I'm so tired.
You must be. Are you on a computer or a small thing like a phone?
Oh, I'm on my iPad. I'm sorry about that. My iPad.
Oh, okay. It's smaller. I think it's different probably on there.
I'm starting to fade out. I'm just, I don't know. I'm so tired.
Well, it was fun playing with the background, but I'll just be normal and then you guys can see what I got going on here.
Oh, JB, I gotta tell you, my mom and I were in a car accident today. We're okay.
What
Oh,
happened?
yeah.
My mom and I were in it could have been a really bad car accident, man, and it was, I'm still sore from it. My back is a little bit, I try not to give up though, pretty much.
Did it happen today or yesterday?
It was today.
Oh, wow. It was when you sent me that message. And you sent me a picture of their van. If you could probably show him on your, if you have a picture on your phone.
It was really bad.
Well, while you look that up, I'm obviously I'm glad you're all right, and I just wanted, because I'm a details person, if it wouldn't screw you up to talk about it, because I think we all have PTSD from certain things that have happened to us. But did a car hit you? Did you crash into a tree? Like what happened? Oh, that was that whole front end is screwed.
He went through a red light. That's on my side. I couldn't get the door open. Thank goodness the fireman actually he pulled really hard and got it open. But the door was stuck.
That would freak me out, yeah.
And
because I remember having my accident. I was like really freaked out that I felt like my couldn't get my seatbelt off, and I panicked.
there's the airbag on my side. That thing hit me right in the head.
Oh yeah.
Without that right there, I don't honestly. I don't think I would have made it. That thing saved my life. Angels did too. They did.
Yeah.
Angels first, and the airbag and the physical. Well, that's wonderful that you're all. And you said you were with someone else. You were with your mom.
My mama, yes. The blessing.
And it was who? It was a young girl and a man that hit you.
Yes, I'm glad that she's okay. That really upsets me. That was her first experience, and he was in his 80s. He went through the red light turning. Mom was going full speed. She didn't have a chance to put the brake on. And the blessing is none of us sped out of control or anything. Just one hit. That's all it was. Like a poof. And
yeah, it just hits really quick. It's really quick when that happens.
there was no spin out or anything. The blessing. No spinning.
Wow. So it came to a stop right away, huh?
You know, it's interesting though. The fireman was right behind us the whole time. He was going to Walmart. The blessing is he was right there the whole time.
Wow, he was there waiting.
Yes.
In a way, like subliminally, didn't know, but.
And the police officer was off duty. He was there. He's good friends of ours.
Wow.
The coincidence. I mean, angels were there.
Yeah. We can't explain that stuff, but it happens, and it's the right people are there.
And the older guy actually, he was wonderful. He actually tried to open my door, and I felt really bad that I was not there to help him. He knew my father somehow.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes, he lived. I mean, he looked. I said, you look familiar to me. You do too. I just don't.
JB is going in circles. Internet going, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe he has a bad connection.
I didn't really get to have a conversation. He was trying because it was insurance type things he had to take care of, and
there's a lot you have to do when that happens. You have to fill out reports, and
it's sad though because I don't blame anyone. I'm not a person to blame anyone because to me cars are cars. We're humans. We can't be replaced.
Well, we pay insurance for that reason, right? Yes. If accidents never happened, then we wouldn't need the insurance, would we?
Exactly. Yes. I mean, things happen. I mean, for reasons, and I, I'm just really blessed that we're all okay. And it could have been really bad. I mean, um, what really scared me though is my mom being 73 years old. I mean, it really could have been really bad.
Yeah. I think JB either had bad internet or he left. No, I don't think he left, but if he did, he probably went to roll one. Oh, he's back. He's back. I was just
Sorry
talking.
about that.
I was like, you must have bad internet because you were just starting to go in circles and then you left.
Yeah, and I wanted to come back because I just the topic and everything like that with Will and the accident. What I wanted, and it is my internet. It's not you guys. So I actually just took my Wi-Fi off and I'm using the whatever they call it that comes from the satellites or whatever those are. But so the old gentleman ran a red light. Was it a head-to-head collision?
Oh, he was. It was.
Oh my God, yeah, I've been in one, and there are no words to describe to someone of any age. This is what happened, and this is what it felt like. You could say that 1,000 times unless you've been through it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm really glad you're all right.
I've been in 3 wrecks before. I mean, this is probably the worst one I've been in. Honestly. Sorry. Ooh.
And just the shock once, because you do have like sort of an instant shock, and then you realize like you have that moment of clarity after when the airbags are around you, and I won't say any bad words, but it's like holy, you know what I mean? It's like, oh.
What just happened?
I just can't get over that. But the blessing is that they were all there. The fire truck guy was there. It's like that was a coincidence.
Yeah.
And isn't it funny how when I had my car accident, there was a tow truck right there. A tow truck that has actually hit me. The second vehicle that hit me was a tow truck. So they had to call in the flat box to get me out of there. They're like, hey, you're not supposed to hit us. They're making jokes out of it. They're like, hey, you're not supposed to hit us. We're supposed to pull you out of here. Oh, yeah, ha, ha, ha. You
Yeah.
hit me. I said, you hit me. See, what happened with me is I was stopped at a stop sign, and there was a main road going this way, and I didn't, the sun was right there, like beating to my eyes. When I looked right, I might have not saw that white truck coming. There was a white truck coming, and then the sun, same side, there was a lady coming across, but she was turning left, and I was letting her go, and she was letting me go. Right? We were going, no, you go first. No, you go first. Right? I was going straight through, and it was one of those things. And so I ended up going because after doing this back and forth, I should have looked again, but instead I just, okay, fine, I'll go. And then as soon as I went, whack, smack right into a truck.
Oh.
And then my car started spinning out, and I thought I was going to die. I just hung on, and I had red marks on my arms. I had a whiplash on my neck. As soon as my car almost came to a stop from spinning, I got hit by the tow truck.
Yeah.
The only spot that was not hit in my car was the driver's side, and I was alone in the car.
Jesus.
So yeah, I had angels maybe that day.
That reminds, I used to be notoriously late when I was like young. I used to be notoriously late for work. So sometimes, I almost missed my exit one morning just because I was rushing to get to work. And I pulled off the exit. And if you can picture this, like there's the exit off the highway. It's a clean exit, no lights. And then the highway continues. But in between is all the grass and trees that goes in an expanse like that. And I was probably doing 65 when I took the turn, and I was in if you can believe this, a 1986, because I've never had any money really. I was in a 1986 Ford Escort hatchback, and I ended up going onto the grass, and because of my angle, my car went, I don't know if anyone's ever experienced this, but it went left, right, like up on the left, up on the right, up on the left, up on the right. But it was so quick. It was like boom, boom, so almost rolling over. You know what I mean? And I did that it felt like a quarter of a mile, but it was probably like 1,000 feet or something, and I eventually stabilized. But that was scarier than any accident I've ever been in, because I've never been in a car that flips over, and that's a big kind of phobia of mine in a way.
I'm sorry
So
about
funny
that.
when you say that, because my dad, he in Mexico and in mountains there, he'd be driving and with his friend one day, and they were both drinking, and they were both drinking like they were freaking pissed drunk, and they were drinking, and he had his friend that had long hair and stuff like that. So he was driving, and all of a sudden they rolled off the thing, and something, like how some of the roads are really small, and then they slipped off, and then the truck started rolling, and the guy that my dad had in passenger side, his window was open, and the guy had tried to climb out as the truck was rolling. He would have been squashed. My dad
Yeah.
grabbed him by the hair. Grabbed him by the hair and pulled him back in, and then screamed "Viva Mexico!" I just went for a ride.
Was that before you were born?
It was a joyous ride. But yeah, accidents could be very scary. Like the first accident we ever had was me and my sister going into a steep ditch in Mexico, and those are all like water ran, in through them. They're like cracks. They're big, huge cracks in the ground. And we drove in there.
Oh man.
So you took some NyQuil today or Dayquil? I think you took NyQuil because you're like tweaking your eyes. You're like,
I'm trying. I'm trying to say
squeaking. I mean, squinting. That's the word I was thinking about. Not tweaking.
I take a NyQuil.
Yeah, your eyes are tweaking out.
Sorry about that. Oh man,
I'm not saying this just to provide content from the chat, and this is why I believe that there's more than what we can see, because I was about to tell the story. The very first accident I was ever in, I was with my girlfriend, and it was just before college, so it was my senior year of high school, and I was merging onto the highway, and I was on NyQuil, so I guess I could have, if there was ever a problem, they could have like DUI'd me or something, but I was merging onto the highway, the car in front of me went, and then I went, and I was looking back as I went, which I never do anymore, by the way. Never drive forward unless you're looking forward, never back up unless you're looking back. I know that sounds like common sense, but we all screw that up all the time, I think. And the car in front of me panicked and stopped short as they merged on the highway while I'm accelerating, looking back, and I slammed into them, and then the car behind me slammed into me.
It was a big dominoes effect.
Yeah, it was terrible. And I was on NyQuil, and that's what I think maybe might have slowed my reaction time down a little bit. That's all I was.
I don't usually take NyQuil, just took one tonight, but I gotta tell you, that stuff knocks you out.
At least Will is at home in his house. If he falls, he's gonna be on his own floor.
It feels weird though. It's like you feel groggy for a little bit, then you're like wide awake. It's really weird. I've never taken it before.
Yeah.
You've never taken NyQuil before today?
I was big into using.
I got it from the dollar store on the way home, and it's knocking me out pretty good.
You just wanted that too today. You're like, I'm gonna get knocked out today. I had some traumatic experience today. You should have just You should have just went and picked up some cannabis.
I know. Oh, my back feels like it every now and then. I was telling my sister, Castle, actually, sometimes I gotta just look at a disc. It feels like it's like grabbing feeling in my spine, and sometimes it'll go away.
Maybe you got to go get checked out make sure you're okay from the accident and stuff.
I already have a dislocated disc originally, and I don't think
because the insurance will. I think most insurance companies will cover accidents, and like if you need to go get physical therapy and stuff like that, after they will pay for that. Because I had massage therapy for like 6 weeks after when I had my accident, and it was covered by my my insurance company at the time.
And the doctors could say to you, sir, it appears in your medical history you have a dislocated disc, and now you have a relocated disc.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny if it put itself back in place?
What happened was what happened to my disc actually is I was helping my mom. She was washing her porch when I was younger, and I thought, why don't I wear my Crocs and try to carry a table down the stairs on her wooden porch? Not a good idea on the latex paint. I slipped straight up, right back down about 6 feet. Oh, I don't think about it.
No, but it's so dumb how they used to do that, right? They paint
It's,
stairs. They would paint, the old houses that you still walk into and stuff. They're painted like all this thick paint on the stairs, and that they're very slippery.
yes.
Stairs should never have that.
Oh no.
But some of them have the rubbers, they put the rubbers on, right?
Well, I slipped like within seconds. I was right on my back, and I was so freaked out. My neighbors were like, I blacked out. I hit the back of my head, and I mean, I was totally just out. I didn't remember anything when I woke up. It was really scary.
Well, I'm making this last one today, and then I'm not going to do any more crocheting.
Ooh.
I just wanted to chat and crochet for a bit and do other things after, but I don't know. Maybe I'll. So I wanted to make this skirt. I found this fabric that's already, I feel like, pre-cut. Well, something else was made out of it. And then the patterns that were left over, you know how you cut something and then it ends up being another pattern for something else? Well, whatever was cut from this fabric, and it's a green and white polka dot, so it's really cool. I was going to make a skirt out of it because all the patterns, if I sew them all together, it will make a zigzag on the bottom skirt. Like the bottom will have zigzags.
Oh, sweet.
So that'll be a cool skirt.
It's gonna look
That's
beautiful.
all. Yeah, I might make my design like I wear upcycled clothes, a lot of them. I wear normal clothes too, but I wear a lot of upcycled clothes that I've made myself. So I'm a trendsetter, and I'm setting trends to have the hippies come back, like to have the hippie days come back, where people have colorful clothes, and they also had like very much patterned clothes with different patterns and wacky patterns, and I like that shit, man. I like the 70s to come back.
I love tie-dye. Tie-dye, beautiful. Tie-dye. I remember tie-dye. Mom and I used to make tie-dye shirts with like 2 different buckets. Growing up, we'd like tie the shirts like rubber bands. A lot of good memories there.
And one of the good things about making your own skirt is if someone says, your skirt is too short, you could say, I didn't have enough fabric, sir.
Exactly.
That's right. I used the recycled fabric, so there wasn't enough. So you do what you got. You use what you got. I'm a frugal person. Waste not, want not. 101 Dalmatian,
Hey, there's a lot of jokes in there.
I ain't Cruella de Vil, but I live with one. I mean, in the building.
I saw the new movie. It was hilarious. The new movie with Cruella de Vil. It was funny. It was not really scary. It was the Walt Disney one that they did. Who's the actress that played her? She was kind of funny though, but she was not scary. Glenn Close. I love Glenn Close. She was kind of funny. But I never really understood 101 Dalmatians, really. I never really knew what that show was really about.
Well, it's about the evil lady stealing those puppies to make coats.
Oh.
To kill them.
Yeah, that part upset me, though, on that show.
Yeah, that's what the movie's all about. But they ended up saving the puppies, and she ends up, I don't know, gets shoved into the wood stove. I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the stories of like Hansel and Gretel now. I was thinking of Hansel and Gretel now. Hansel and Gretel were smart.
They were.
They outsmarted the old Betty.
There's a lot of hidden coding in 101 Dalmatians, but that's for my show. I won't do that here.
No, but there's also a lot of hidden in all of those. And there's a lot of hidden that is actually very dark shit that kids cannot know. So they just kind of cover it up with like something different,
Even Chinatown Station with Thomas the Tank Engine, that's a very dark history. If you look way back when Ringo Starr was doing the voice of, so Top Hat did it again. They would actually.
I don't know if it was that one or the jet. Oh, the jet. The little kids jet plane. The jet. Yeah. Oh man, whatever music they were playing, it made me sick to my stomach too.
Yeah, it was sad.
You can't see it, but I'm getting chills right now. Yeah.
Yeah, certain things that don't make you feel right. Why would you? You know what I mean? Like, and your kids, you don't know that when if you're not watching what your kids are watching.
It's
What if it makes you feel sick? Then don't make your kids watch it. I never made my kids watch that one. Like, I never made them watch any of them, but I wouldn't
exactly.
allow them to watch that one.
I
I
never
never
did
put it
that,
on that channel like for that.
but at Shantytown Station, it's like they would. Because the first one took place in England. The whole set was in England. You know, that was the first. It was like 1940s. I think 47, actually 49. Shantytown Station originally was a book, and the book had a really bad. It was a really bad story. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
we're
never.
smoking with a small town. You and smoking with a small town would get along. I think he's from near where you are, JB. He's a 420 guy that does reviews on marijuana. And it's called
What?
his channel is called Smoking with a Small Town or Smoking in a Small Town. One of the two. If he pops in here, you'll meet him. But he's been to my other channel. I thought you met him there, my Cast Love channel.
You brought a song to my mind. Smoking in the boys'
Smoking in the boys' room.
Grand
Yeah,
Central Station.
I'll look it up and find him. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I can say the one thing that in Canada. I don't know what your situation is, but everyone knows I'm from Boston. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to be an adult over the age of 18. And you can just literally walk into a store, a sanctioned store that pays all their taxes and they make everything nice, and you can just buy pot and you can buy vape and all kinds of. And I think it's just a really good thing. I was going to relate that back. I was going to relate that back to something, and now I got ahead of myself. But anyway, it's a good thing.
Yeah, and there's a weed shop opening in our town now too. We have a vape shop that just opened, and right beside that is a weed shop that opened, and just down the street from it is an anger management place. So we're getting everything in this town. And then they got me. I'm the spiritual light worker. I'm the one that helps people with their damn grief and shit, and help myself with my damn grief and shit. And maybe one day I'll become a minister because I kind of talked like that the other day to my family. I'm like, tell me a man right now that you would follow in your life, like you would look up to and that you would follow in your life. And why would I listen to any other man preachers when I can't even find a man to look up to or be the masculine or something? I say, why shouldn't women preach? Women are a lot more better at preaching than men are half of the time.
Exactly.
I was like sitting there saying this to my sister, and I'm thinking, I'm not a preacher, but I could be one. Like I stand up for what I believe.
Amen.
And
You're
and I don't know. I don't sugarcoat and sit there and like I don't know. I don't like the sugarcoating shit. I like to be real.
Yes.
And a lot of people, like I said to her, like she kept mentioning the Bible to me, and I'm like, you know what? A lot of the shit I say, you can actually look it up in the Bible, and I didn't even know that. It's like God talks to me directly, like in my mind, so that way I can bring it on the messages to others, and I don't need to. A lot of younger kids do not understand God through the Bible. They understand God through physical people telling them about what He's like and what it's like to believe and how to believe and what you can expect from Him and what you have to do yourself and all that shit.
Yes.
My perspective on what you're saying is, and this is not a comment bred out of arrogance. I actually think about this almost every single day. I look up to no man. I have no idols, and that's in the Bible as well. Idolatry. I don't look up to any. I might like Anna Crafty Castlove a lot. I might like Will the Rocker a lot.
Like believing what the person says, like going by what that person says, trusting that what that person says is actually what it means in the Bible, you know what I mean? And not being misled. You know what I mean?
Okay, exactly.
A lot of people have been misled about the Bible because the ministers, they may say what's in the Bible, but they don't really explain it to the plain person.
Let me say what I was trying to say a little clearer. What I meant by what I was trying to say is like, I think little kids worshiping, let's say, a baseball player. I think that's great, but they shouldn't be worshiping the person. They're worshiping what that person does that inspires them to become as good as they are. That's much different than worshiping the person. That's all. And I know Will wanted to jump in there. Yeah.
Inspired by others. Yeah, that's great. Like that's you said it perfectly for a lot of people to understand it like that. But yeah, we can learn things from people, but we can also learn things from people that we shouldn't do. We know shouldn't do, and by
Exactly.
seeing it and seeing the results that this person may get from that, we watch it and we learn, and we don't repeat what they did, so we don't end up with the same karmic shit that they did, right? So I learned a lot from just watching, like you said, Will. The same with things that people think they might get away with, but then end up not. And I just watch. Oh, look at the kitty cat. What's his name?
Wishes.
This is Orange Kitty. That's literally her name, Orange Kitty.
Aw, orange kitty. That's cool.
Orange Kitty is 17 now at this point. You guys know I lived on my own since I was 19, and I had to move back home, and then my father passed away and all this stuff. But it's nice to be around Orange Kitty, and she had her checkup 2 weeks ago, and she's right where she should be for a 17-year-old old lady. So.
Oh, she's looking good for 17. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's had good owner.
That's it.
She's very healthy. Her fur's very healthy.
Oh yeah.
You guys chat for a minute. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go make more coffee.
I don't know how you crazy MFers drink coffee at night.
I drink coffee 24/7. It's my
I know. A lot of people do. My boss is the exact same way.
I need caffeine to keep me awake. I love sweet tea.
I've got one right here. I've got a pure leaf, just lemon tea. It's good.
I love the natural tea like that. Natural is always my favorite, but there's a lot of tea out there that's not real tea. Actually, you get it anywhere, but you get what you pay for. That's for sure. Real tea is usually what you pay for.
Oh, you mean like anything that's a tea, but it comes in a powder? Go to hell.
No telling if that's real stuff or not is the only thing.
Yeah. You snort lines of it or something.
It's like Tang. What happened to Tang? The energy drink we always grew up with. Good old Tang, orange drink.
Yeah. No, I liked Tang as a kid. Maybe they shot the rest of the supply to the moon to save it from the Earth apocalypse.
Because it was bad for health?
I'm gonna see if my neighbor wants to come down and say hi to you guys. See if she'll come down.
That'd be cool.
Oh yes.
A lady downstairs I've been hanging out with. We've been having coffee and stuff.
There's a lot of like Tang, famous drinks. I remember I guess they don't make a lot of stuff anymore like they used to, and it was like an orange powder. It was so strong actually.
Hey, what are you doing? Why don't you come down? Upstairs.
Hey Will, do you remember that drink? Because and to answer your or for me to add to what you were saying, Will, there are a lot of drinks that have failed. Remember that creepy drink called I don't even want to talk about this because it's embarrassing that it ever existed. It was called Orbits. Do you remember Orbits?
Yes.
What's Orbit?
Here. Yeah.
What's Orbit?
Did you ask what it was? It was this sugary beverage with little gelatinous balls in it to make like orbiting planets. But literally, you would drink it and you'd feel these gelatinous pea-sized balls of goo going down your throat.
Yes. Oh, that stuff was gross. Oh yeah. They're trying to teach us how outer space felt like. You're in outer space.
Oh, that's where first Friday of nomadic live stream block with Ron. Ron Sees America. I don't know.
Oh, I'm subscribed to Ron Sees America. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they have with Kenny. You know Kenny that comes in my chat. Kenneth Oakes. You know, my moderator.
I've seen the name Kenneth Oakes. Yeah.
Yeah, they got like a live stream going on. Hey, there's my friend Lance.
Lance,
where you been? Lancey, where you been? You want to come up and say hello? Say hello to my little friends. Say hello to my little friends. Lance
Cass
and his
somehow
friend
knows I'm
never come to visit
5'3". Say hello to my little friend. No, just kidding.
me. Say hello to my little friend. Come on up, Lance. It's a chill night. We're just eating snacks and making crafts and talking about stuff and memories.
I still
Reminiscing.
remember, JB, my favorite. I always loved the school pizzas. They make at school the homemade pizzas. Always was my favorite. Little
What
square.
kind of pizza?
A lot of good
Are you
memories.
talking about the little circle pizzas?
Just,
Oh, the ones you store in the microwave?
they were making like at school, but they were so good. They they're like can't compare those. My friend has the recipe for those, but I can't remember what they're called. There's a name for the pizzas.
I don't remember the name either, but I will tell you this. If there was some genius restaurateur, because those school circle, we're talking about the circle ones, right? They could fit in your hand? Yeah.
Yes.
I had the exact same ones, and if there was some genius restaurateur who came out, and I don't know what the hell they call the restaurant, but it's something like, Circle Pizza Heaven from high school or something like that, and sold those, they would be Elon Musk rich. Like, you
That's
can't
for
get
sure.
them.
Oh man, that would be. Oh my gosh, I love that.
I'm serious, and they were probably horrible for us, but I still remember how they taste, like literally now. And I haven't been in school for what, 20
They're
years?
they're kind of
So it's
they were
like, geez.
paper, like a paper kind of texture, but they were.
Yeah.
I gotta get myself a black screen. I mean, a green screen.
I have
Well,
to get
just
the
blow some weed smoke on your
that looks
screen. Make it a
yummy.
green screen.
That looks yum yum.
There's my buns. You guys want my buns?
I have to get to bed though pretty soon. I love
What
y'all
kind?
so. Oh, I'm sorry.
They're bread,
What
regular
kind of
bread.
buns are those? Oh, cool.
Just like bread, regular bread. This one here is like heart shaped.
Sister Castle, JB, I'm gonna get to bed though. I'm sorry about that. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Well, you have a good night, Will. Thank you for being here.
Have a wonderful blessed night. God bless y'all. Y'all take care.
God bless
All
you
right.
too.
Peace out, Will. Glad you're feeling better after your ordeal.
Have a wonderful. Peace out. Rock on. I love y'all.
Rock on.
Peace, peace.
God bless. Bye-bye.
I guess I can. Okay, so you're gonna meet my friend. Well, she's downstairs. She's coming up. She said she guessed she can. I just made more coffee, so I made new coffee so she can come up and say hi. Say hi.
Whatever you're doing is pretty cool. You're kind of like ghosting in and out of the screen somehow, and it doesn't look like a mistake. It looks on purpose.
I know every time I take a drink or put my hand in front or something.
Yeah, it did it. Yeah, exactly. It did it right there.
But I need a green screen. We can get them here at the dollar store. We got a Dollar Haven, which is like $30 for a roll of green plastic. And the green plastic will oh, that's not working. This is green. This bag is green. It doesn't work now. Oh, because I don't have the green set.
Yeah, whatever you're holding up is actually invisible, which is interesting.
Nobody can see. Oh yeah, you can see it now, but you can't see it when I put it there.
Oh, okay, I got you. Wait, is that you? Oh, that was your message.
I didn't send you a message.
No, I said that was your message. Like I heard a ding.
Oh, my phone, yeah.
Yeah.
Some coffee on. She says, demanding, are we? Listen, little one, it's already on. It's going on already. The coffee's already on. LOL. And she can wash her own cup too from earlier. Oh, I'm not doing it. And she. After a while, people just come in. They have to make their own coffee. I'll make their first couple of coffees, but after that, they're not a guest anymore.
That's fair. Do you brew a pot or well, actually two questions because I feel like we've known each other long enough. I can ask you friendly type questions such as number one, do you make a pot or do you use those like individual K cups? And number two, how do you like your coffee?
I like double. Well, at home I do double double, but when I go to this Tim Hortons, I go 3 cream and 2 sugar, and I use regular coffee filters with regular coffee. Well, I like my Max. I like my Folgers coffee is my favorite.
Yeah,
That
Folgers, that's what I drink too. Yeah.
yeah, Folgers is the most affordable, best coffee. I mean, I'm sure there's better coffee than Folgers, but I like my coffee like not weak. I like my coffee where I taste the coffee
Yeah.
and it actually has flavor, like roasty flavor. Yes. I like my coffee to
No,
have flavor.
I'm not into like I always seem to have some sort of issue with like big brands and big box, but Folgers is my mainstay staple favorite as well. And I like mine. I do just milk. If I make a really, really, really strong cup, I'll put like a half a teaspoon of sugar in it. I said milk, but I really meant cream, just something to cut it. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
cream almost tastes a little buttery. I love cream in coffee.
It's creamy. I like the creaminess of coffee too. Yeah. It's coating, like especially if you smoke pot and stuff, it's really good for coating your throat, from the
Oh yeah.
smoke.
Oh, believe
Yeah.
actually, you know what? I think I'm going to. I don't have any loose bud, but I have my little unit. Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, grab your thing. Grab your smoky thing. I guess Lance just popped in to say hi. Come on in. Come on up, Lance. I want to talk to you. Lance, come here. I want to talk to you. Hey, Joanne. I didn't even hear you coming in. You didn't. I told you not to knock anymore because then Shelby barks.
Yeah.
If you already know you're coming up here. See? Let me move you. I'm coffee's going, but let me move that little bench over here.
Okay. Why?
Oh, because I'm live and you're gonna come talk to me and my friend. He's live too, my friend. Well, one of them. The other one already went to bed. Will already went to bed. They got an accident. Him and his mom got in an accident today.
Oh.
Yeah, car smashed up. That side's for you. That side's for the kitty. Oh, plant, don't die. There we go. Oh. I'm going to get rid of the back thing so everybody. I'm going to get rid of my background right now. Oh, Shelby. Oh, come on. You're knocking things over. Yeah, it's the ones I've been making today. I just came on here to do crafts. My friend just went to get his vape. He's on the other side here. And then Will was in here, but Will had to go to bed because they had the accident today. So he took some NyQuil and he get tired.
Okay, where's my coffee?
It's brewing, biatch.
Little one.
Little one. I've already called you little one today.
Yeah.
Listen, little one. Say hi to JB. Say hi to Joanne.
Hi, JB.
Hey, Joanne, how are you?
Good, thanks. You?
Good enough. We finally got some rain, and it was a pretty heavy shower. But I'm from Boston, and we've been in a Northeast USA drought for about, I don't know, 2.5 months, but it feels like 2.5 years. So that was good. So that puts me in a decent mood. And I just took a hit of pot, so everything is pretty okay right now.
That's good.
My friend Lance was in here. Lance, boondocking with Boomer is Lance, and he's from the Toronto area here in Ontario. I wanted Lance to come and said hi, but he just popped in, said hi, and then left.
So Joanne, your neighbors with Anna, are you in the same like unit or building, or do you live in her attic, or what's going
Same
on?
building, in the same building, but I live downstairs.
Oh, cool.
We have a duplex. I mean, a second floor building here. We have 2-floor building.
Very
And I
nice.
don't know how many apartments there are for one floor. I don't even know. How many do you think there is?
There's 24 apartments in here.
24? So we got 12 upstairs, 12 downstairs.
Wow. Yeah, that's like my place. When I mean, you don't know where I live, but in Somerville, it was the nicest place I've ever lived in. But it was in I think there were 30 units in there. You know, nice hardwoods and granite countertops and all that stuff. But every unit is basically the same. But it was very, very nice.
Yeah, these are all pretty much the same, except for some people get more than others that don't deserve it. Like my neighbor across the hall here, he's a guy and recovering whatever. And I'm not gonna get into it, but you know he got a washer and fucking dryer, and when his went, he got a new one in there again. I'm a single mom here with animals and kids and stuff, and yeah, we don't get that. And when we ask for it, oh, he pays a lot more. How much more? And they never tell you because it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Well, it's a fine line for me to not get into my conspiracies again. I'll save it for my show, but they really are, if you're someone who maybe kind of snuck into the country and stuff, it's like you're a god. You get everything, and us out here trying to work our asses off.
He's a Canadian guy, it's just a recovering addict, and it's probably because he's got people controlling him, people controlling his money. So, I mean, it's really the people that is controlling him that are getting these benefits for him.
We're saying the same thing through different avenues, if that makes any sense.
Well, he's got people standing up for him that are making sure he's get these benefits, right?
That's it.
And other people like me on disability or her on disability, we don't have that option.
And he's probably still using. Let's be honest about it. But so Joanne, have you ever had a reading from Cass?
Yes.
I gave her the free trial, the free one. Give her a little one outside, just
That's good.
A little tester one. Let's go make your coffee. Well, I guess I'll go make it. You can keep talking to JB while I'm gone.
All right.
Well, again, it's nice to meet you. I'm 38. I'm a dental technician. I'm from Boston. I'm a hidden knowledge researcher. In most of my free time, I like fishing. I like cooking, and I like watching the weather. And I'm currently unmarried and just really trying to figure things out. How about yourself?
Well, I'm separated 2 years now.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
That's a good answer.
I'm on the shocked end of the separation.
Sure.
So I live alone. I was born in Belfast, Northern Ireland.
So you're from Ireland?
Yes. I
Wow,
have
cool.
Northern Ireland. Let's make it correct. I live alone. I have 3 kids and I have 8 grandchildren.
Oh, bless, bless, bless. Wow.
Yes, I was blessed with all of them. They're my life.
I would imagine, and I'm not doing this. I just have to. The cat decides what I do. Apparently, I have to let the cat out of the room. Excuse me, just one moment, please.
Yeah, our animal's aside. Actually, my animal, she wants me to take her out for a pee too. She will get out in a bit. No, you come in here in this little corner. No, spills. Hey, you should text Melinda and tell her you're live. She's live.
Now, it's just sometimes I wonder if cats are our pets or we are their humans. If that makes any sense.
I think we are their humans. We are their pets.
Yeah. I have 2 cats.
I love kitties. I love my slave masters. No, I just showed Anna our kitty. She's 17 and she's doing, really well. Like bright eyes, always wants to hang out with me now. And then that makes my already paranoid mind even more paranoid. It's like, is it trying to tell me I have a secret disease? Or on the other side of things, is the kitty sick? And no, he just wants
I
attention.
know what you mean. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm
I know,
laughing
no, I
because
know.
I know what you mean. When your animals won't leave you alone, what is going on?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's either they're sensing something is wrong with you or there's something wrong with them.
Or they're trying to tell you something's up. But no, like I said before, and please forgive me, is it Joanne or Joanna?
Joanne.
Joanne. So Joanne, right before you came on, I showed the kitty. For 17, she's, bright eyes, healthy, good weight, not too overweight, not too underweight, eats good. Still, if you flip something around, she'll still chase it. Not as quick as she used to be, obviously, but
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let me share this to send a link to your friends. see that you're live. Let me see, where is she? Oh, here she is. Are they still awake? Did you talk to them?
Huh?
Your friends that came back from their vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Is Joanne gonna rip a joint with us, or what's going on here?
She don't smoke.
No.
I just say what I feel. I have high functioning autism or whatever they call
Hey,
it.
click on that, Melinda. Joanne is with me on live. Get people to watch it because Joanne's here. Well, let's see. What is Troy up to today? I haven't seen Troy either.
Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Troy's the guy my boss's nephew that I took over the jobbing drive from because he totaled. Speaking of Will's car accident earlier, this friggin' kid. Well, I call him a kid. I'm 38. He's got to be 42 now. He totaled.
If you want to come hang out.
Yeah, bring them all up on live stream. Let's have a sit around the campfire, as it were. But Troy, my boss's nephew, he totaled 4 company driving cars in 3 years. That's pretty bad.
It's strong?
Mm.
What's that?
Well, you can go grab the cream and add a little more cream to it if you want. I didn't realize it made it strong.
I'll wait till you're done.
No, she said my coffee was strong. We were just talking about coffee and how we like her coffee, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I didn't even fully answer myself. We like our coffee the same. That's the way I like it most of the time. But sometimes I'll drink just a pure black, no sugar, just coffee.
Hey, I'm live if you want to come on my live stream and chat.
Come on up and chat. We're
I
all
just
here.
messaged Annie, Munching and Chatty. You know who she is, right?
Are you talking to me?
Annie, yeah. Munching and Chatty. I think I met you on her stream.
If I could see. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just pull this closer.
Munching and Chatting. She's New York. She's from New York.
All I can see is Artscape Adventures by Lisa.
No, she's not in the chat. I'm messaging these people privately.
Oh, no. I was thinking that, not that I think about you when I'm not on the internet. You know what I'm trying to say. What I mean is, I was like, how did I get in touch with Castlove111 Tarot and Crafty Castlove? And I really don't remember.
I think it's through, it was through Brianna Fairchild, but she also went into watching and chatting's, Annie's channel too. So I met all these guys, like even Brianna Fairchild, I met her and Annie's channel too.
Yeah, it has to be Diana Brienne. If there are such a thing, and of course there are these days as like real friends on the internet, Diana Brienne Fairchild, I would consider her like one of my close circle best friends on the internet. Not that we
Oh,
agree with.
Gemini. All Geminis are fucking cool. Like we don't. It doesn't matter how old we get. We still gonna be fucking cool and fucking up to date with shit. It's just
That's
how
fair.
Geminis are. Geminis are always 2 steps ahead when it comes to fashion or like looks and stuff like that, or how to Yeah, put us
Yeah.
like maybe it's just because I have Aries in my chart, and Aries is all about self. You know,
Mhm.
about yourself, like who you are as a person.
Yeah,
The way I think is like I think it's my Aries side of me. The way I think is like I want to be the way that I want people to be.
exactly. The way that I would say that is kind of living life to lead by example. Not that we don't fuck up from time to time, but absolutely.
But
As
you
a
can still watch the video and wave at Joanne. We'll know that you're waving, even though you're not. We can't see you. She can wave to you. She's like, we're in bed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're exhausted.
Will's will send me a good night one and good night message. He always does. Good night, Will. I just sent him purple heart. Good night. I always send everybody purple hearts, man. Sometimes I don't know. I don't have time to really think about stuff or how to. At least I'm responding, and responding with purple heart is better than not responding at all. If you don't
well,
have
yeah,
time to think about a response, a quick response is like something like a heart. It's a quick, yeah, I've seen it, but I will maybe pay attention to it later. Like whatever, I can't look at it right now, but I saw it quickly. You know what I mean?
I do.
Letting someone know.
Everyone who survives an online chat with me present deserves a purple heart like they survived the war.
I'm getting a purple heart.
No, JB. I know what JB's talking about. JB's talking about when he was into the sauce a lot, and him and I fought. We had like words online. Like I had to kick JB off because I wanted to go smack him, but he was too far away to smack.
Too far. I like how you kind of put that. No, I mean, but
if you were beside me, if you were being like that around me, like I probably would have slapped you.
well, I can also take tarot and put it into, or astrology and put it into this because, and this is why I say what I say in private messages to you when I say things like the last really, because my name online and what I'm known for is JB Rants. That's the one that stuck the longest time. And it's because it makes sense. And so the reason for my private message rant to you about tarot is that do I believe in anything as absolute gospel? No. I analyze and I look at things and I appreciate what speaks to me, and things that speak to me do so in various ways. There's analytical, which is my Taurus side, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm a Taurus, and I learned from watching your stuff. I sound like such a punk there. From your material, from your work, what you do, that there really is, there's a basis in astrology that I can't explain, and anything that I can't explain, I'm always going to be interested in and respect and continue to research. And yeah, Tauruses are assholes, and Tauruses, you get a Taurus who drinks too much sometimes. Yeah.
The thing is that they're the worst asshole they are is to themselves. Like the worst.
That's definitely true.
They are literally their worst own enemy. Somebody that like loves them and shit could say to them, "Oh, this isn't good for you," or "This person isn't good for you." They really just using you or this or that, and they would sit there and go to that person.
Exactly.
That you just warned them about.
Because we're gonna go in and try to fix it. We're gonna try to fix the person. No, you can't.
You're wrong. I gotta prove you wrong. Yeah.
It is what it is. But
astrology, I do have all my books, but I want to get into the learning part and teaching part of the tarot, and like explaining to others what I already know, like live by example, right? Whatever I learn, I can teach others. And until I learn whatever, I will only talk about whatever I know, facts. facts, what I've learned from literally astrology sites and you know, and also like charts that I download and I study.
Do you have any
So
plans on writing your own book ever?
yeah, I wanna write my life story. I don't know if I'm gonna write it or just record it because I am better at recording things. So maybe I'll just record. I just gotta have to figure out how to do it. Like writing a book is like you write it in you rate out all the things that are important, like you learn the character, the action, where it happened, blah blah blah, right? So the same thing I have to kind of do with my videos is like whenever I don't want to be triggered by making myself remember anything that's has been painful that I've overcome. So I only want to talk about it whenever it comes to me. So I'm gonna have to do it in little parts of videos. What I'm gonna have to start recording these times and not posting it, but recording them. And then once I've got the whole story on little records, I can put it into a video, and then that's how I can tell my story. Because if you go live and start telling a story, you're gonna get interrupted, or you're gonna get off track because this will trigger this will trigger this, and then that's how things always you get all off course of what you're really talking about. So that's
You just
why.
triggered, in a good way, you just triggered me in two different aspects of exactly what you just said. Number one is one of the researchers I follow, his name is David Nino Rodriguez. He's a truther, conspiracy guy, but he's also a former heavyweight championship boxer. And he wrote a book called When the Lights Go Out about his boxing career. And he wrote the entire book in snippets on his iPhone. When he had a download, you might call
Yeah,
it, you and I might call it a download. When he
yeah.
would have them, he wrote it and then eventually turned it into a book. And the second point, since I just took a hit of pot, I think I'm forgetting. What was my second point? Was going to tie it back
You
to
gotta
what you
take
were
another
saying.
hit so you remember.
I know. What I was trying to say, or my second point, I'm not, if I forget it, I'm not going to say it. So I'm not going to fake with you.
No, but we're talking
And the
about like
second point,
knowing how to write the book, but in video form, but also knowing how to tell the story without leaving
oh
things
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Yes, exactly. So do you think in the realm that we can't see, smell, hear, taste, or touch, do you think that getting ahead of ourselves, or some people call it like freehand writing and some people call it channeling, do you think that could be a higher part that's out of the five senses that's communicating with us? And when you said getting ahead of yourself, the way that I took that, and the reason I'm saying what I'm saying, is maybe there's something else that's trying to come through at that moment. I hope I'm making sense. I know it's a little woo-woo, but
Yeah, but like that way you stay on track. Nothing can like when you're recording it at that little moments, and that's the way I think people write their books too. Is they write little snippets, like you said, and then later they put it all into the order that it happened. You know what I'm saying? So like
yes,
when we're talking about it, because we have all these issues from these things, like PTSD, like OCD, Whittigan, whatever. We have all these things from the things that we went through. So when we're talking about it, these problems that we got with that stops us from really telling the full part of it. And then later we'll be like, oh, we forgot this or we forgot that. So that's why it's important to write it or record it in a way that you can all put it all together once you can edit it. I know how to edit video, so I can put it all together once I got it all in little videos. But I do have to get myself a memory bank, where an external memory, big one, where I can put a lot of shit on there so it never gets lost. If like my motherboard gets fried or whatever, it happened once on my computer and I lost so many freaking pictures. But I want to get a memory board to put all of my important shit on there, like all of my videos too. And they're only like $80 on Amazon.
I have one downstairs.
Like a memory bank, like an
External.
external, like that size. My son has one, and that's the best idea. I have those little thingy, those little ones, but they
Flash
don't.
drives.
Yeah, they don't really hold a lot. I need more memory from my computer, and I need my computer to go get upgraded again.
We almost sound like we're bragging, because I think about real human history and stuff like that, where there was no such thing as a flash drive. There was only pen to paper, or dare I say, ink quill to paper. And that is literally what history was. That's why libraries used to be important. And now, if you think about it, the library of what's the biggest in the world? Library of Alexandria. That's hard to say. Could fit on probably an 80 gig flash drive that would fit in your wallet. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So now, if
Or
you have
maybe
a
that's
bigger,
just the weed. Maybe that's just the weed talking. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but
sorry, not sorry, right? So now, okay. So everybody on my when I asked what do you guys want more of, and everybody said astrology. Everybody, the highest vote was for astrology. You know, I had tarot, I had oracle, I had angel, and then I had astrology, and people picked astrology the most. So
but
starting with astrology, we got the pie here, right? Everybody knows what pizza looks like, right? Or pie, right? So, and here we got, let's say, let's say this is the, let's say this is the, in the middle here is the sun, and all of these are the planets all around it, okay? And each planet is a house. Like a greenhouse has all these different sections, which is called a house, if you know about greenhouses. So same thing in this circle. Everything is a house. There's 12 houses. So Aries is house number 1. Taurus is house number 2. And so each house has a quality, something they're good at. So connecting with these different people that have these different houses in them, like, you know, like different signs, astrology. So Aries would be the first house. And Aries is about self, and then it's about their appearance, the beginning of something, the body, first impression, or about like attitude and identity.
this is Aries.
Yeah, and an
Okay.
approach to life. So they're all about self. Like if you have Aries in your chart, that'll be that part of you will want to take care of yourself and make sure you're okay before, you know what I mean? We have to have our glass filled before we can pour out from our glass, right? Same thing. So you want to hear about the second house, which is Taurus, which is you. So let's hear about the second house. The second house, you know, let's just say it. Tauruses are a little materialistic, you know, and when you really think about it, Tauruses could learn that when you really think about it spiritually, the material things we will never take with us in the end. So think about it that way. If money is important to you, that important to you, then just like, you know, to me, money's important to me, but it's important what I can do with it. It's not really the having it. It's like I think for a Tauruso, it's like about owning it, having possessions. I
Do you mind
own
if
this, I own this, right?
do you
It's
mind if
about
do you mind
go
if I
ahead.
give you a little microscopic version of that? I am so broke and so in debt. Some of it is my fault, some of it is not. I do not have a lot of money, which is why I'm going back to my old company, by the way, not crawling back. They're begging for me back. That's a separate issue. Directly to what you're saying right now, I went and I got my, because back when I had money, I bought 2, not 1, but 2, and I'm literally being a cartoon in real life of exactly what you're saying right now. This is a $700 Movado watch, and the battery was dead in it, so I didn't wear it because you're kind of strange person if you're wearing a watch that doesn't work, even though we all don't need watches these days. So I got this fixed a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago today. So that's a nice Movado watch, and these are my 3 favorite rings. I have several rings, but they're all what do they call it, the 99 silver or whatever. They're all silver rings, and they make a nice sound like this, and they're heavy. And then also the last thing I already showed you is the bracelet I made. So
Yeah.
I love my physical representations of a little bit of material wealth, even though my life as a whole, I suck in terms of
Well,
like
if
finance.
you
But
like, let's say you're broke, but you still have the money, but it's in material things now.
well, no, these are old. These are old. I mean, old like 10 years old. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I'd love to have a big house. I love the
Read this
freedom. I'd
little
love to have
part
a boat.
here.
But
So let me read this little part here about that, about the second house. And I didn't write this. Someone else did. Some astrologist did. So it says well, it doesn't say Taurus, but I know it's Taurus's house. So house number two is money, work. They're about money and work. They're also about income, daily routines, and you guys need a routine, and it's sometimes hard for you guys to have one because I have a son that has a hard time having he has his own routine, but the routine isn't very much helping him. It's just like eat, sleep, game, and repeat. Eat, sleep, game, and repeat. Like that's his routine. But I mean, it says here a daily routine in values, material possessions, prioritize habits, priorities and habits, your job and the work ethics, professional and prioritize habits, your job and your work ethics. So you like to prioritize things in order, put things in order. So that's
not
good thing.
only not only that, but when I'm like preparing food or doing anything, and this apart from my work, which is all about parameters down to the fractions of a millimeter, working with teeth. But like when I make food or do anything, corners have to match, colors have to match. They have to, otherwise I go crazy. The easiest way for me to drive myself insane is to flick a light switch and know it didn't flick all the way down and then leave. I would drive back and make sure the light was off, flicked off. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like mwah, one of those kind of, yeah. Je ne sais
Yeah.
quoi, as they say.
Yeah, you always have to make sure that like sometimes I think like that I turn the coffee maker off because nowadays most coffee makers will shut off on their own. But when you have one of those old ones or little ones, they don't do that. So I have one of those now. So if I have to sometimes go check to make sure I turned it off because eventually they could start a fire. You know what I mean?
We're saying the same thing. For me, it's more about the obsession of knowing that the task was completed regardless of how, quote unquote, minute the task was.
Well, I
It's
think that's a
bizarre.
little bit of, I think that's a little bit has to do with our PTSD or whatever, because sometimes we have a memory, like we have a thought that says, what if something bad happens if I don't go check back now? I will regret
I
that.
agree.
You know what I mean? It's like one
I
of those
agree.
things.
100%. It's the if I only complex.
Yeah. So the mind, so the third house is about the mind and thinking and communication. There's also about siblings, social activities, um, entourage, and neighbors, early education. And then, it's funny. When I was younger, I wanted to go through school for early childhood education. But the thing that stopped me is my spelling and my reading and writing. My reading and writing stopped me from doing that.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Because you have to go through school, but it's kind of funny. I figured like teaching little kids, well, I don't have to be that good to be teaching the little kids, right? I just have to have good personality and I had all that, but
Well,
you
no,
know,
I would have much rather had someone like you as my teacher. And again, the stuff that I could say, I won't say because it's your show, it's not my show. We don't
you
need
can
to get
say
into.
whatever you want tonight as long as it's not like offensive to anybody or anything like that. Like,
Well, no,
what I
because
mean.
no, because okay, all right, thank you. Because the corporate system has taken over, and even this is G-rated compared to what I really know. But the corporate system has taken over, even something so precious as number one, medical, and number two, education. So teachers are these days rewarded for being good repeaters of what's in the textbook, teaching people what to think rather than how to think and how to feel. And I would have to assume by knowing you over the internet, and I can by extension definitely say knowing you a bit, as long as I have, is that you would be much more concerned with teaching people how to think and how to feel, rather than someone just handing you a book and saying your job is this and you teach the students this
Well,
from
maybe
this
how
book.
to help them, maybe how to help them feel how they want to feel instead of how they do feel. You know what I mean? Like sometimes how we feel is not purposely, when we're hurting, whether it's spiritually or mentally or emotionally, right? So sometimes just doing something that you love to do, or even something that you love to do as a child, will help you overcome some of that pain that you're feeling. So what I wanted to do, what I've been thinking about a lot, is like if I could find a place where I could do this, but I'd have like kids or people, not just kids, but at any age, because mental pain and spiritual pain and all that, it doesn't ask how old you are. And so like to learn how to heal and also learn things, is I want to have a creative place where people can open up their creative side and heal through their creativity, heal through their creativity. But I'm gonna need society's help for that. I can't just do it all on my own, right?
Well, you're not going to get it, because in
Around here we got things like in our town, like you got to think we're in Canada. Okay, I'm in Canada, you're in the States, so there's a lot of difference there. And also towns have different things. Like our town here has a thing where the town picks people, but you have to actually start going to the town meetings to be involved. But they will pick people and give you a place where you can have your business, and they will pay your rent for a certain amount of time.
what?
They'll pay your rent for your business for a certain amount of time, like the town will, and to allow young businesses to grow or start.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's like trying to support each other in the community. That's what they're trying to do here.
I
never knew about it when it started. So when I started my YouTube channel, I never went to town to ask them for help. But there was some girls that did that, and they ended up getting a spiritual shop uptown, paid for. And then they got mad at me because COVID hit and they had no business for those 2 years that they got, they took it, the way I think about it, they didn't appreciate what they got.
let's
And
stick with you. Let's not let me get into COVID and what that whole ball of wax is. But
that's what stopped them from doing something that they were judging me. They were putting me down for my channel. Those bitches were, and they were not accepting me. I ain't gonna say no names because they don't deserve my attention.
I
But
agree.
I was gonna buy my shit from them. I was, willing to work with them, but no, they thought they were better than me, and I found out they were 10 times worse than I've ever been.
Ego's a big killer, more than people realize.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so the fourth house is about home, building roots, family, self-care, emotional foundations, mother, children, woman, feminine. So the fourth house is really about feeling good. And that's Cancer. That's like that Cancer sign, the emotional Cancer, nurturing, supposed to be nurturing, but not all Cancers are nurturing. Low vibrational Cancers are not nurturing at all. So then fifth house is about creativity. It's about romance, love, uh, fertility, childlike spirit, joy, self-expression, and also drama. Fifth is like the Leo, eh? Leos can be very dramatic, and they can cause they can cause anywhere drama anywhere. It's true. They are like a child, even if they're freaking 72 years old.
Just because I don't have all of this memorized, if someone is a Leo, what's the parameters in terms of their birth? You know what I mean? Like I'm a Taurus, May. So what's Leo?
Leo is July or August.
Okay.
No, August or September, right? Is it August, September?
I'm asking you.
I know. I'm asking myself too. But it's the fifth house, which is the fifth house is like which is Leo house, and which is usually the 5th or 6th month. Wait, Aries is see, it doesn't start from January, February, you know what I mean? Because the astrology is different than the regular calendar is. I don't know why that is. It's confusing as fuck.
I can tell you, it's because astrology has been. This is my opinion. This is not fact because I don't have anything I can pull up right now to prove this to you. But from what you just said, from my knowledge, the most banned practice, and this goes into my private messages I give to you, which is why I value astrology and tarot. Not that they're the same thing, but I believe they're, interconnected, is that I believe someone told me, or not, not someone that I've met, but someone over the internet that I've researched has said that astrology is the most historically censored science or craft of understanding or seeking for knowledge thing that's ever existed in humanity, period. That's why they told us that the hieroglyphs in ancient Egypt, for example, were just primitive people painting things or carving things into walls, and yet they knew how to predict where stars would be well in advance and had knowledge down to beyond a microdecimeter kind of scenario. So there's a lot packed in there.
Well, astrology is used by everybody. It's even in the Bible, and that's why nobody goes against astrology. Nobody goes against God either. Even the non-believers won't go against God because they know that He's more powerful than the little devil. I'm just saying, and his little midgets or whatever. What I call them.
Little G isn't doing too good right now. I can tell you that. A lot of people waking up, and once people wake up, little G doesn't ever win. Little God, Satan, Lucifer.
Oh, the fallen angel.
Yeah.
The fallen angel.
Yeah, he's the god of this world.
Yeah, but he got demoted, so he got stuck down here with all of our drama and trauma.
I'm glad we can stick with each other in a conversation like this and still be serious. It's a good thing.
Isn't it funny though how the devil gets to put up with all of us, all 12 of us zodiac signs, and a million of us. Well, over a million, but
No, I know what you meant. I know what you mean. The vox populi, the voice of the people. Yeah.
But yeah, he always tries. But you know what? He's getting tricked now. He's getting tricked. So.
Well, one thing.
I paid for a Canadian, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
if there's a Kenny, if there's a Kenny in the chat, they should come in, get on camera, say hello.
I know. I don't think there's anybody watching right now. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, YouTube, or whatever. I think it's YouTube because I haven't had anybody. Literally yesterday, I was in the chat doing the element readings, and nobody was in there. Not even you. Nobody.
That's terrible. Well, you're probably shadow banned because you don't make 5 videos a week saying Joe Biden is the greatest president the United States has ever had. So you're probably shadow banned. I gotta go take a quick tinkle. I'll be right back.
Short of that part, but not the first part you said, but just the second part.
No, I get it. I'll be right back. Please excuse me for a moment.
Okay. Yeah. That's what Will had taken some NyQuil after like his accident that I had today. Him and his mom had a car accident. So their cars smashed up. I was eating chips and I bought some. I went to the grocery store and I just made it. Just made it. Want more? Want some? They'll put some salt in your body. Electrolytes. Why isn't it changing that? Why isn't it changing? That's weird. Okay. Why didn't I don't know why it didn't go to the solid one. Hmm. Well, hello everybody. I don't know where everybody is tonight, but we are here. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. I see everybody else going live too, just popping on, doing lives and not coming to say hi. Yeah, Victoria, I saw that. You don't come say hi, but you just pop on your own. I'm calling out my friends. Calling y'all out. Let's have some drama. I'm just kidding. Don't say that in front of JB.
I don't know if anyone ever does this, but I put on a plain white tee because that nice collared shirt that I pressed this morning, I can get at least 3 days out of that clean wash, motherfucker. So I'm going to say,
How do I make you all one screen? How do I make that? Oh, not doing no. Oh, how do I do that? I got to play with this. Okay, here we go. Okay, you show off your chest to Joanne here.
no, I'm not showing off my chest. All I said is I changed it to a white t-shirt because I pressed my collar.
Stand up and put your chest out. Let's see. Just kidding.
You know, back when I was drinking heavy, I would happily show you because I'm actually in really good shape now, but I don't know. I don't think you and I need to do that. I think there's way too much. Did we lose Joanne? Did I scare away? Oh no, Joanne's back there. Okay, that's good.
She's still here. No, I was just teasing you. Huh. You're
I
like,
know.
oh, I want to change my shirt.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I don't have a lot of nice stuff, even though I'm a Taurus and even though I'm very well employed. But I pressed the shit out of this collar this morning, and I can get at least 2 more days out of this, depending on how hot it is, because you can't iron away sweat. I'm gonna have to wash it. You know what I mean? And that shirt is 8 years friggin' old. It's from some stupid like big box store like Walmart, or not Walmart, like Marshalls, or I don't even know if you guys have Marshalls up there. But
Sears? Sears.
yeah, Marshalls and Sears are kissing cousins, yeah, essentially. And I don't know, it's got a hole under the armpit, and it's still one of my favorite shirts to wear to work and wear when I'm fishing. And I wouldn't wear it on a date, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, we have a Marshalls here.
Yeah, Marshalls is good.
Not in our town, but in London, Ontario, there's Marshalls.
Marshalls, right?
Here's how stupid I am. I just said in my own brain quickly before the creator helped me correct it before I said it, but now I'm going to say it for a comic joke. I go, oh, what a coincidence that you guys are both from Ontario or in the same chat and you two are in the same fucking room. Like, that's how quick my brain makes stupid decisions.
Because you guys have never seen me with anybody beside me.
Well, I think, I forget your kid's name, Matthew or something. Didn't you have him on once and say hi?
Yeah, my kid Nick.
Nick, yeah, my bad. But yeah, no, I'm always on camera by myself as well. I'm off and on dating Philly Susan. She's fucked off to Philly again.
Who's Philly Sue? Is that your girlfriend?
Philly Susan is the vegan and again, I don't want to bring politics into your stuff, but yeah, the girl I've dated off and on for the last 5 years. Very, very left wing, but we get along good in all other aspects and this and that. And you know, I guess we're off right now, but
well, you know, sometimes when at least you have something to believe in, like, you know, that's why I think about it. At least everybody who has something to believe in, they don't need to be coerced in any way. Let them have what they want. You know, it's like agree to disagree and let everybody just live. As long as it's not physically hurting anyone, then I wouldn't fight it. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that is not hurting anyone, if it's hurting someone, then of course I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But if it's not hurting anybody, will help people live their life, then I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And that's why you and I get along really well when my brain isn't totally poisoned by ethanol type substances. And I'm having a couple drinks right now. I'm just not shit faced, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, and the weed is helping. I think all of I think everyone who's not mentally ill and is of the human race really just wants to get along. But I think whatever's running this world, some people call it a spiritual war, which I agree with. Some
I've
people
said
say,
that so many times. We're not in a physical war. We're in a spiritual war. And a lot of these people that are like so 3D, they don't get it.
well, I still see people wearing masks in their car by themselves. That's
Yeah.
they're in. I'm not a gamer. I mean, the only video games I've ever played and really got into was when I was in third grade. I liked Mortal Kombat, the fighting game. Everyone knows what Mortal Kombat is. And they're,
Welcome everybody coming in.
yeah,
Go ahead.
anybody coming in. Hey, what up? So there's a video gaming term that has actually come into my sort of intellectual researching community, which are called NPCs, and NPC stands for non-playable characters. So they're the people in the video game, or if people don't play video games at all, which is good because they're all propaganda, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Background characters in movies. So someone watches who's a fucking actor, an Al Pacino movie. Everyone's watching Al Pacino, but there can't be the movie and a public scene without people sitting at the bar, people driving the taxi, or actually driving the taxi is a playable character because they're involved. But just people walking down the street to make it look like society. I see. Let me finish. This is very important because I think it's going to help this conversation move forward with me explaining myself a little bit. I'm seeing more NPCs, non-playable characters, existing in real life every day because I'm extremely conscious and, in my own way, extremely spiritually aware. Maybe not as advanced as you or anyone else in whatever mechanism of measurement exists to measure that, which I don't think there is one, but
when you say game, you don't mean like game, you mean like game of life, right? You don't mean like video games.
That was going to be my tying in point to wrap it all up in a nice, pretty red bow. Is it's almost like life is kind of a video game, and I'm seeing so many people that are just, just open-eyed and just wearing a mask and just going through the motions and not questioning anything. They would hear the word tarot and laugh at it and say that's witchcraft at it. You know what I mean? Just retards are now the majority.
Just stay away from you because they're scared of you now because they're thinking that you're putting curses on them.
Okay, so we're saying the same thing. Yeah.
Something that's happened, people think sometimes.
So I've got my angle and you've got your angle, but I don't think they're angles like political angles. I think they're angles like we see things that most of society can't see.
Okay, so the people that don't understand something will be more afraid of it than if you understood it. So why not learn about it so you're not afraid of it anymore, and you understand, and you don't think all these evil things about it because it's your mind that's letting it go there. So
I hate to keep doing this at the worst times, but Kitty is screaming, and I gotta let her back in. Excuse me, one more second. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna keep staying in here and see who comes in and just chat with you.
Yes.
Thanks for visiting. Don't fall down the stairs. Are you okay?
Come on.
Down here for a few minutes before we go down. Okay?
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Eat one chip.
I'm just trying to have a conversation with my favorite heretical witch psycho person who reads cards and thinks that perhaps there's something that have to do with star alignments that might have said yes. So I'm trying to explain this to my cat.
She?
So Joanne, this is Kitty. Kitty's gonna wave at you.
Hi, Kitty.
Yeah, Joanne's got a
Kitty's
couple
gonna
of
be
them.
put down
She has a black
right
cat.
there.
Joanne's got a black cat.
And I can't hear anything until now. I got my earbuds back in.
I said Joanne has a black cat. She has a fluffy black one.
I love
And then,
fluffy cats.
and then a black and white one, right? Oh, brown and white. So I'll
What are
probably
their
just
names?
finish my 420 with JB, and then I'm going to probably sign off right here too and go watch some YouTube instead.
I'm keeping you on. We can sign off right now. It's all good.
No, it's good.
Well, I'm going to sign off. So good night, JB. It was nice meeting you.
Likewise. Very nice to meet you as well.
Message me when you get downstairs so I know you made it down there safe.
Yes.
Hang on to the railing.
Yes.
I think that's what they say to Joe Biden whenever he walks downstairs. Please text us. Please text us to make sure you made it down.
Joanne, you just stopped her in the track. She's going to come back and give you shit now. You're
Okay,
comparing
that's
her
fine.
to Joe Biden.
No, I was not comparing. I was comparing the
She's not
situation.
comparing you to Joe Biden.
I know that.
Just to clear that up, JB don't want to have no enemies.
No. That was. You understand that had nothing to do with that.
I was the one that started that.
You could have said, you just bought a parrot and the parrot was walking down the stairs, and I would have made the same joke. It's about an old guy whose brain is failing and he shits himself every day. And anyway, it is what it is.
No, I just always make sure my friends or my people that leave my house, I know that they made a home from my house. You know what I mean? Like if a person's last seen with me, I'm responsible. I feel, until I hear they're okay, they made it home, or they're to their destination. That's just who I am as a person.
I think that's who we all should be as a person. I'm that same way as well. Some people are not.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try another.
Make sure you message me. Okay, make sure you hold. I sound like a mom. Make sure you hold on the railing. But I know what it feels like to pass out, and it happens to her, and I know how that happens, and it comes on quickly when you start feeling dizzy and you start passing out. It's happened to me a couple times.
You mean just like fainting from sudden movement or something?
Yeah, no, but faint because your blood sugars are low. Like because your electrolytes in your body are low, like you don't have enough sugars or salts in your body.
Yes.
You may have diabetes, like she has diabetes. So your sugar may be high or low. And it can happen when your sugar is high or low if you're diabetic, or it can happen if you are you sweat a lot, like if you have like night sweats and stuff like that, and you don't replenish by putting more water in your body, or not just water but also salt and sugar. It happened to me twice.
Yes.
Once it was because I was low on blood too. It's right after I lost my baby, and it was like 3 days after I lost my baby, and it still hadn't gotten my blood pills. And then they told me just to eat meat. So then I had finished cooking the meat. And as I finished cooking the meat, I went down. I just had it on my plate. I hadn't even ate it yet. My son caught me then. He didn't let me fall. And then I came back when I ate some meat. But then I got my pills the next day, I think, or whatever. I lost a lot of blood when I lost my baby. So that's what that's the first time it happened.
Someone like me, and you know this, probably you already know what I'm going to ask, can't just dance around that. So you've gone through the, I assume, traumatic experience of a miscarriage situation?
Yeah, my baby was born asleep at 5 months.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, and I was in there delivering him myself. And it's kind of funny. I was like on the John, the toilet. And I caught him. I caught him with my hand because I felt him coming out. And he was tiny, and I named him Johnny. It's kind of funny how I named him Johnny. But that was also my dad's name. So I named him Johnny. And he was born pretty much in the John. He almost was born in the John. For real. No, it was in the hospital already, though.
you're doing what I do. I would make jokes, but
Uh-huh.
I can't give birth biologically.
No,
What
but
what's I mean, you've already shared one of the most intimate things any human being could ever share with any other human being. Do you mind if I pile on that a little bit and just ask if you could say what the fuck is that like? That's a person. You know what I mean?
I didn't think I was gonna be here to talk about it. I can tell you that.
Meaning you thought you were gonna bleed out that night or something?
I thought I was gonna die at the hospital, but yeah, and nope, I woke up.
Well, I'm certainly not a doctor, but I know a lot of medical terms. What would they classify that as? A catastrophic miscarriage, like hemorrhage or something?
No, my baby passed away. I was really sick, and my baby passed away because I took medication that I was given by my OB, and I didn't feel like safe taking those medication, and I told her that, but she assured me that they was safe to take them, so I took them, and then now my baby, and then it stopped my baby's heart.
Is an
Instead,
OB what I would know as an OG, which is obstetrician gynecologist?
yeah, baby doctor, yeah.
Oh, okay. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I trusted
Jesus, what?
and it's really hard to talk about because you still
Well,
have to trust
I
doctors, you
didn't
know.
pull this out of you. You shared it, and I'm reacting, and I'm very interested.
But you brought it
Yeah.
out. You triggered me to talk about, I guess. But
No, I'm not
a lot
triggering you
of
at all.
times I haven't
Oh,
felt safe,
triggered. Yeah.
like in a good way, like a catalyst. You made me talk about it. So and it's
Well,
important.
you and I were both here for Will. I saw in Will's eyes, and you pointed out that he had that car accident, and you could see his
Yeah.
facial tics change a little bit. So these are
But
big
like
events. Yeah.
the reason I've never really talked about it much is because you still have to trust doctors, and you still have to, because your life, you depend on knowing what's wrong or finding out what's wrong by doctors. But at the
Let's
same
save that
time,
one. Let's save
I have
that
a
one for my
stigma.
show.
Like, no, but
Let's save that one for my show.
I have a
Yeah.
stigma against doctors now, and I have a very
Yeah.
hard time trying
All
trusting
right.
doctors
Yeah.
from that time.
Yeah. Yeah. You should. You should. You
Yeah,
should.
and it's hard for me to talk about it because I know a lot of doctors are supported by a lot of power, money,
Oh, so okay. So
and
we're
I'm a part
literally
of
on.
it, and you know what I mean? So what am I
Yep.
gonna do, right? God's gonna take care of it. I'm not me. I'm not me.
I think people like us Tauruses and maybe you speaking up a little bit and waking. If I wake up, you're already awake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the NPCs out there, the non-playable characters walking around wearing a mask in their car by themselves. Those people would never be able to understand that maybe a few evil people haven't just worked their way to the tops of big banks. Maybe there's a fraction of a 1% chance that the evil people have worked their way into the medical systems of power as well.
Not
Oh, JB,
everybody. Like, there's some good people I've met over the
I'm
last
not.
few years, but
You don't understand what I just said. Apparently, I
what it
said
also feels, I feel like where it happened, and also my dog died there, and it was a vet. Okay, so what I feel like is that town has a lot of people from other countries, and they treated me like an immigrant. Okay, I'm a Canadian. Okay, and I feel like that's how those people get treated. Is they don't get the care that they deserve and that they need, and they don't get the right advice, and a lot of bad shit happens. And I think it's because that town is like that, because majority of people are people that come here to work, and I live amongst them, so I get treated like them. You know what I mean? Like how they get treated, which isn't right either. I'm not saying that's right either, but I'm getting treated not like a Canadian, but like an imposter.
if I were to somehow put a tiny bit of levity and a little bit of if I was a sick comedian, I could make a joke that would actually make an audience laugh when you said you named your situation you know, what happened to you, the Johnny, because you were sitting on a toilet. I mean, I could take that and I could sell out a stadium bigger than Louis C.K. with a joke like that. So you definitely have a
No, but what are you gonna do? You can't just like, be
I know
angry about it for the rest of your life. That's part of grieving is you have to actually heal from it too. And you have
exactly.
to know that you're not the only one in control. There is something higher and better that's in control that will take care of whatever you can't. And you have to
I
believe that.
was I was relentlessly. I mean, multiple suicide, whatever. Um, ideations, just bullied as a kid, just bullied because I was the small guy. But here's what's even worse: the small tough guys become popular. I was the small guy. I didn't have glasses back then. You've only known me with glasses. I've only worn glasses for like 3 years. Or yeah, so you definitely didn't know me before I never wore glasses, or before I
Before
ever
you
wore
were
whatever.
black, before you
Yeah,
didn't wear glasses. Now
but
you got me.
my whole life was being bullied to the point of I would have been the person who went bang 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 in the school like all those bad people, just because society broke my mind, because it's like I'm a good person, and the reason I was bullied was because I would always be top of the class. uh, I'm the only student in the history of our middle school to win first place in 2 science fairs in a row, and yet I was bullied. And we live in a wealthy town, but we were the poor family in a wealthy town, so all the kids, and luckily I developed friends and had plenty of girlfriends, became reasonably well adjusted. The reason I'm saying all this crap is that my whole life has been trauma, so I can understand what trauma on a baser level is like, and I have to imagine that losing, you know, I guess I'll use the word baby, some people call it a fetus, has to carry with it, regardless of what anyone's views are politically, has to carry an emotional burden with it, something to be considered, which you've already indicated, obviously.
Yeah, and I feel like that. Yeah, his life, is he like if he would have been like I feel like like he had a sensitive heart. Like I feel like because the way he was born with his hand on his heart like this.
I'm not being cold. I mean, okay, I was about to ask you, how do
Listen in.
you, I was
He's
about to
one
ask you, how do you know that? And now you're already, okay, sorry. Please
ultrasound, yeah,
continue.
ultrasound. I have also a 3D ultrasound of him, and he's praying, and the 3D ultrasound, his hands like this, and one of the ultrasounds he's holding up peace sign, and then he was born with his hand on his heart. He was born like this, and like when they were born preemies like that, when they 5 months, um, their skin is very sticky, so his hand was like this. So I
I've
feel like
never been,
he had a heart attack.
that's an interesting thing for me to experience right now, because that's a physical thing that I can understand as a Taurus, or just as Jay. Um, a word like sticky, because I've never been in a room with a birth.
No, but like
So
if he was born like at the right time, like at 9 months, then his skin would already been developed, and we all have that little bit of peach fuzz, but he had none of that. He just had like skin that was very thin and like very sticky because it was just the first part of the skin getting developed.
yeah, the epidermal layers, I've seen videos of, just through other research I've done, I've seen videos completely unrelated previously, but now I'm hearing a
Yeah, he
person
was
who's
fully
actually
formed.
seen.
Like
Yeah, it's
he
crazy.
had all 5 fingers and all 10 toes. I mean, all 10 fingers and all. Well, actually, all 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. And
So
I
here's
have a little footprint of him.
here's where you're probably gonna want to squirrel out of this video conference call quickly, and I don't blame you. But if you want to stay on, I think that's great.
I'm gonna
But
stay
do
on
you
for like
see why I'm pro?
10 minutes.
Do you? Let me finish this statement. do you see why I'm pro-life?
I don't understand. All I understand is I'm against abortions. I am.
Okay,
So
good.
that's how I
Yeah,
am. But I
that's
don't
all I was trying to say.
I think once a baby is conceived, it's a baby. It's a soul is already put in there once it's in your belly. There is a
You and
soul
I
in the baby once it's already in the belly. Does the soul does not get put in once a baby comes out of your body. So you're already living with like two souls when you have a baby in your body.
So
There's
you
your
and I,
soul and then your baby's soul.
you and I can go on a date tonight, although we can't, and that's your excuse to get out of it
You're
because
on
we're
a
not
virtual.
it. No, no, no. Listen. This is a joke I'm making, but what I'm saying
Well, we're
is,
on a friends date tonight already with
I
everybody.
am so relieved. I am so relieved that you said what you just said, because there are a lot of people out there who say clump of cells, and when I see people who say clump of cells, I want to engage in
Well, those
physical
people that
action
say
against
that
them.
shit, they're here. They're fucking here. You know, why are they here? They were just a once a clump of cells too. Why are they here? I don't believe that those people that believe that should be born. They should not have been born.
You know, I've never thought of it that way, and maybe our entire
I'm
internet
saying,
relationship has been predicated on the fact that I would hear that from you so that I could use that. Well, then why the fuck are you here? How's that? Wow,
mhm.
that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, that's cream of that's best of the best. That's a fastball inside on a
And then people
freaking
go to like, people go right away to the rape and this and that. Well, you
exactly.
know what? The rape happens anyway. Rape is,
Exactly and
after that baby's already conceived, that rape has already happened. It's not happening again. And then, it's like you're not, even though you get rid of the child, you're not going to get rid of the pain of the rape that happened or whatever. So why get rid of the child? You can give it up. There's lots of people that can't have babies that would love one, like me. I would love one.
correct.
And I don't have a lot of money, but I would love my child, and I always make sure that they have what they need. And I've always made sure my boys had what they needed. Maybe not always what they wanted, but what they needed. And
So how
I
much
think that's more important, to teach kids how they can, do for themselves than do everything for them anyway.
How
But
much
anyways,
longer? How much longer would you like to go? Cut it
I'm
now or 5 minutes or?
3 hours, almost done. Almost gonna get off here soon. Um,
You
I'm
want to just
probably
cut
gonna
it now
end
and
it
make it
with,
easy, or
I'm probably gonna end it with my crafts, like showing off what I finished today. Um,
oh, so would it be better for your show if I just pop off and let you finish?
no, you can keep talking, whatever.
Okay, all right, cool. No, I want to
Just
make
a
sure.
hangout chat tonight. It was just getting creative. Like, this is what I want to do, but I want to do it in like with a bunch of people in a room, and where I can go find out what everybody's making and what they thought about making. Because like my idea is like to give people like 5 minutes to sit there and meditate on something that will make them happy if they create something, and then they can do
Just
that before they come there so that they can get the supplies. Oh wait, I will have probably the supplies, because if I had the place, I would have the supplies. But anyways, yeah. So they give like people like 5 minutes to sit there and think about what they want to create, whether they want to paint something, whether they want to build a little, something out of wood or whatever.
wouldn't it be fucked up if there were 12 students in that studio? I can't believe I'm going to make this joke with a straight face, and one of the students isn't very good, and 7 of the students are pretty good and on the wavelength, and 2 of them are acting up, and one of them shits out a baby in the school chair. Okay, see, you see, that's
Oh my
why.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
You're just going way off the track.
No,
Way off
I
the
actually,
track.
I
This is
actually
like,
went right back on the track. I'm just seeing what I can get away with,
just like
because
appear out of nowhere.
you laughed, and if I said that on stage, an audience would laugh. So I took
Did
something
you have a baby
absolutely.
somewhere? Did you get some girl pregnant over the COVID? Did you have a COVID baby?
No, I've never had. I've never gotten a. You're probably thinking I'm going to say I've never had sex. No, I've never had a pregnancy.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Okay, I've never had a pregnancy concern necessarily. I've had STD concerns, which is minor because of all the medicine that exists, but I think STDs, just like COVID, I think all things, if you just eat well and take care of yourself, I think a lot of these fear scenarios are largely nonsense. You know what I mean?
I think the thing to COVID is if you were with someone, then you were probably so bored. Then like the people that all had babies, like I've seen so many babies, but I mean like the older people that had babies through COVID, they were so bored, so they had a lot of sex. You know, if they're a couple person, you know, if they were a couple.
And you're leading. It's almost like I'm the horse and you really are directing me, because you're leading me right back into salient points that you make that lead me right back into mine. So COVID and the whole government conspiracy blah that I can get into but don't have to make this point, shutdown is to reduce world population, and yet the retards and the I shouldn't say retards, that's for the retards.
No,
that,
but a backfire. What you're saying is a
let
backfire
me,
on.
yes, but let me use my words though. The devils that run this world, the evil that thinks they're in control right now, it backfired on them. I just wanted to get the word devils and evil in there. But yes, you made the point as I was going to make it. It totally backfired. Everything they do fails. It's the hilarious. It's the universe is a lot smarter than Jason or Anna.
The universe can teach us lots of things.
And I'm a flat earther dome believer, by the way.
You know, you got all these words, and it's just 11:10 right now. Wow, 11:11 almost. So what is the flat earth? Explain to me, because is that what it means? Like when I was a kid, I thought that we could walk to the end of the earth. Is that what you mean? You believe that?
No. I mean, do you want to do this tonight, or do you want to do it tomorrow when I'm straight sober?
Well, how many drinks did you have?
I've taken 2 shots and I've had 3 hits of pot, but I'm very, very compos mentis. So I'll just tell you, a lot of people think flat Earth is there's Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and those are all planets, balls floating in an infinite universe. And the government tells us what flat earthers are. The Google version of flat earthers are that they think that Earth is a pancake floating in outer space and you could walk to the edge of it and fall off into outer space. No, that's not what flat Earth is. What real flat earthers, such as myself, are, and this is going to mess with you if you have 2 brain cells to rub together, which you do, is that flat Earth is literally the entire universe. The moon and the sun orbit around us, and all those celestial bodies that we know as planets orbit around us in a concealed dome of reality. And Antarctica is not an ice ball at the bottom of a globe. I'm saying this slowly on purpose.
You're saying it's making me not understand.
Let me finish. Just this one little point. Antarctica is not a ball of ice at the bottom, at the south pole of a globe. It's that Antarctica is the highest land on Earth, surrounding a plane in a pond that we call planet Earth, which is the 7 continents that we're allowed to know about. And I will end it with this, is that no one, because of the Antarctic Treaty signed by 13 governments, 13 a very Masonic number, governments around the world, no one is allowed to travel to certain areas of Antarctica until until 2056.
So that's small. That's a lot to explain just what a flat earther means. That's
okay, so a flat earther means a A flat earther is this. We don't believe that the Earth is a ball in a solar system spinning. Or this, by the way, this doesn't fuck up astrology or tarot at all. It actually proves it better.
Well, let me
Because,
tell you what I believe.
please,
So I believe that we are Earth, and we are kind of like the biggest planet. And then we got all the other planets. Like,
well, you're already exposing lies because they tell us Earth is the
we have gravity. We wouldn't
third
have gravity
largest.
if it wasn't a round ball. We wouldn't have Bolivia. Bolivia is actually underneath us. My
Mhm.
dad was literally from there, so my Bolivia is literally underneath us. So if they're underneath us, they're upside down to us, but to them they're not because it's gravity. So we are a round ball. Yes.
What if
That's
what if I told you gravity is a part of the conspiracy as well? Will you still stick with me to hear my explanation, or just give up on me?
Ava, do you want to come up and give your 2 cents? She came in at 11:11. She did. Ava
Oh, that's
talked.
interesting. 11:11. Yeah.
Ava and her husband, they always look at the moon. They always looking at the uh to their telescope, and they're looking at the moon and stuff. They study the moon.
I think
So
that's
she might
wonderful.
have something to talk about in here about this
I'm not.
stuff.
I'm not saying the moon doesn't exist. By the way, I'm not saying that at all.
Well, we see it, so we can physically see that it exists.
Exactly. I'm not saying that at all. A lot of people jump on me for that one. What are you saying? The moon doesn't? No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying the sun doesn't
So
exist.
the moon, we know for reals that the moon and the sun and the Earth exist.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Absolutely.
Mercury and all those other planets. Well, we can look through telescopes and
Mhm.
see if we can find them.
I've seen them. I've seen Jupiter when I went to with my late father back in 1997. I was in 7th grade. We went to the observatory on some big building on top of Boston, and I saw the rings of Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter has rings. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, I'm all into that, like stars and the planets and stuff. I actually want to, like, as a first date, let's talk about it. Because, like, as a first date, I think it would be cool, like, to just go and to really get to know each other is just be in the dark and look at the sky and just talk about, like, what you see in the sky and kind of study the stars, because that's what I want to do anyway.
If
It'd be
you
a
and
fun,
I went on a first date, you would
that
think,
would be a fun date
"Fuck,
for me.
he looks good in that nice shirt, but damn, he really is as short as he says on the internet. Fuck."
No,
But
but like, I'm just saying, like, for people, like, to really get to know each other, uh,
yes,
you get to know each other better if you're not really looking at each other, right? And you're just talking to each other.
I would
And
say I would say it's better if we're not looking for anything from the other person, which neither you or I am doing with each other. We're having a real
yeah,
conversation.
first date should be like a friendship. It should be like getting to know each other, like, what do you like, But anyways, for me, like, a first
What's your point, you old
one
hag?
idea, one idea out there that somebody wants to take me out on a date is to watch the stars. Is to lay on the
Yeah.
grass and watch the stars and, like, really just study where all of our stars are, because we all have a zodiac up there. Like, everybody knows where the Big Dipper is, and the Big Dipper is actually Scorpio's star system, and we all have a star system up there that's ours. Like, we can, like, focus on that, and we're like, oh yeah, there's our stars. It'd be cool, right? So I would like
But
to know where
those
my stars are.
see here's where we're completely agreeing. Those things exist, but they don't have to be as the books and as the TV and as the Neil deGrasse Tyson tell us. They don't have to be trillions and trillions of miles away.
No, but at
They
different
they
times of the year, they come closer to us. Like, whenever the moon or whatever is, the moon is the new moon or the full moon is in a certain sign. That's when you're gonna probably see your constellations more. They'll be closer to Earth,
what
right?
if what if the Earth is the center of creation and there is no floating plate in godless outer space just floating around in absolute gravity, which doesn't make any sense at all when you look at the actual Newtonian science that they try to sell us. And there is a moon and there is a sun, and They're small and local, and all of the stars, or as I prefer to call them now, luminaries, which might be spirits, might be more advanced beings. I can get into all kinds of avenues and that stuff with you, and I can back myself up with it. You know it, I know it, and the Lord knows it. But
you know what I used to think when I was a kid? I used to think they were little holes in heaven that shined a light through heaven.
isn't that interesting? Holes in heaven.
That shine little light like air, you know, get in
Isn't
heaven.
that interesting? That's something you don't hear very often.
That's when I was a kid. I used to think that, and then I used to think that like the moon was like a window, like if we were close enough, we could look into heaven.
Well, some of my conspiracy researchers say David Icke, he's the one who came up with the whole reptiles run the world thing, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with all of them, but
Reptiles
doesn't mean it's. But all I'm saying is the guy and the comment he made that I haven't said yet that relates back to what you said. He wrote he did a seminar called "Who Built the Moon? Is the Moon Artificial?" And I think he's on a track there because it gets people to question, but I would even say maybe the moon is a projection. Maybe the moon is nothing but light because, by the way, mask in the car alone by themselves, retard.
Yeah, like a big
Hold on,
light
let me, this is the, I promise I'm going to end it right here. I'll end it right here. Just as I look at people who wear masks in their car alone in today, are the same way I look at people who believe that we landed on the moon by those videos. It's embarrassing to me at this point. This is not a conspiracy.
There's people that have been on the moon, so they've proven it that they can land on the moon.
Okay, prove it to me. You prove it to me.
Well,
show me where to look.
Well,
Tell
there's
me,
footage. Look it up on Google. Google knows it all.
Are you being sarcastic?
Google knows it all. Is my video going to get out around more now because I just upped Google?
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I was being funny.
Okay, well,
But
you were being
truthful, but being honest. But like, no, seriously though.
Yeah.
Everybody, like my son used to tell me, I'd ask him something, he'd say, "Google it, Mom." I started Googling things, and I learned a lot of things.
We didn't land on the moon.
No, we have never. You and I have never landed on the moon. And
Human beings have never landed on the moon, and the entire thing was an embarrassing thing. Period. End of story. Duh. At this point.
Literally, okay. I actually worked at a greenhouse that was making food to take to the moon. Okay, they had a contract with the people. Right. Yes, so food that you can eat on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
so
there's some physical proof there.
If people, how is that physical proof?
Because they were packaging food so that it can be sent to the moon.
Okay, so if I was well funded and I started a company and I said, and you worked for my company, I said, Cass, come work for this. We are you're going to be in charge. Hold on, let me finish. This will show you where my brain is. And I'm very, very calm, and everything's cool.
Go to the moon.
So Anna, we're going to be packaging this food, and this food is going to the Mickey Mouse and the Donald Duck, and you're responsible. And this is very highly government funded, and you're a very important employee. So we care about. I don't
support Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck.
Say that again. Exactly the way you just said it.
What if I don't support them? Then why am I supposed to go to do that job?
Okay.
I can just like not take the job.
I guess you're missing the example I'm trying to paint. Let me try this another way. Let's say I hired you for a factory, and you're going to be the manager of the production line.
Factory.
Okay. And the production line is responsible.
I don't want to be in a factory.
Okay.
Unless I'm in an office doing readings, I'll be like the grief counselor there.
Okay, let's say you're the owner of your most prestigious tarot reading in-person, non-mask wearing physical clinic in Canada, and you're the CEO. Okay, I'm just trying to make analogies here.
Okay.
Okay,
on.
and I came to you and I said, the government says that you need to use these cards, these tarot cards. And then you open up the tarot cards and you go, wait a minute, there's all these inconsistencies and this is like some fake government shit. I'm going to stick to my tarot and my truth. Do you think that that's how you'd behave?
No, the way a tarot reader is, she uses different tarot cards for different things, and it doesn't even that doesn't even make sense
Okay, let
because
me try another example.
okay, so like everybody's gonna read different things out of the cards, or you know, what I mean, like even cards that so the general meaning is the same for every tarot card. That is,
Right.
you have to go by the
Okay.
general key
All right.
meaning. Is you can go by, it depends on what the reading are doing.
Let me just end my point then, because we're getting away from the core point. I was trying to come up with examples. I can't do it right now, apparently. So let's just do this. Adults do this all the time. Let's agree to disagree. You believe that we are a spinning ball going 66,000 miles an hour around, with various other balls going around something through a godless universe of random creation.
I got something for you. You can still go with this, but in a
And
different way.
I believe that Earth is not a ball at all. It's the center of creation, and they tell us that the Earth is round because our physical eyeballs, with all the flesh and our physical eyeballs and neurons and mechanoreceptors, etc., can only see so far. So they say, you see that where you can't see anymore is where the Earth curves around because it dips below the horizon. But we are actually a ball that's floating throughout an infinite, space with all these other planets. And you have to believe this because ever since you were in kindergarten and probably before, your parents had a globe in your living room, and they said, see, this is where grandma and grandpa went in the 1940s and spun a spinning ball globe and showed you other countries or other cities and stuff like that, and said, this is what it is. And then everyone else goes to school and goes to college, and we have astronomers, even though no one has ever taken a single photograph of the Earth from the moon or from outer space that isn't admitted on NASA's website, is not CGI, computer graphic images and composite images and artists' interpretations of what the Earth looks like. And a lot of people ask me, they stop me, and this is all provable facts. Just take me off your show and go Google it yourself at any time.
We have been over 3 minutes now. 3 minutes, 3 hours and 11 minutes now.
Cool.
So we probably should end it because you already lost me like
all right.
2 minutes into it.
Cool. That's why I asked her. That's why I asked if we should hang up earlier. But just look into a guy called David Weiss.
No, but you can learn something from everything, and like you said, different tarot cards. Like I understand that, being careful about not having mind control. But if you have a good sense, then you don't have to worry about it.
I agree, and also I'm not saying there's no such thing as stars or moons or suns. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that our interpretation, because they're not allowed us to give the measurement of it, which makes tarot to me even more interesting. Do you want to hang up or keep going?
I'm gonna get going. So it's been 3 hours. So have a good night, JB. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thank you everybody for watching or peeking in. God bless everybody. Bye.
All right, take care. Peace.